Good evening, family, and welcome back to another edition of a Church Guy Sports Show. I'm your host, Bishop D'Lo, and tonight we've got a lineup that feels like a full-course meal. We've got basketball, we've got WWE, we've got narratives, surprises, everything you love, all packed into one show. So we're going to jump right in, starting in New York, because the Knicks are a little confusing right now. At home, they look unstoppable. 8-1 so far to start the season, or 7-1 to start the season. No, 8-1 at home to start the season. Playing with confidence, looking every bit like a team that's ready to compete deep into the postseason. But the minute they seem to go out on the road, it's like the wheels fall off. 0-4 now away from the Garden. And that's not just a stat. That's a statement. Something's off. I don't know if it's physical. I don't know if it's mental. I don't know if it's schematically. When they're on the outside of New York, there's a problem. And if the Knicks are going to be taken seriously this year, they're going to have to figure out how to translate the home dominance into road resilience. We're going to talk about that and what that means and what they need to shift. Meanwhile, everyone's talking about the Knicks. The Detroit Pistons have very quietly, or maybe not so quietly, have put the league on notice. Right now, they look like the best team in the Eastern Conference. Balanced, fearless, hungry. But the question is, can they keep it up? Is this early season energy that we're seeing, or are we witnessing a real rise of a new Eastern Conference power? We're going to break it down. And then, of course, there is the WWE, because last night we may have given us the best Monday Night Raw of this year. Storytelling, nostalgia, little shock, emotion, all of it. We got John Cena's final Raw match ever, a moment that hit a lot of fans in the heart, including yours truly here. Then, out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar returns at the end to align himself with Paul Heyman and the Vision, shaking the arena. And just when you thought that was enough, the OTC returned. Roman Reigns reminding everyone while he is still truly, actually, QB1 where it comes to the WWE. This now rounds out the teams for Survivor Series War Games. WWE is starting to cook. So, we've got questions, we've got answers, we've got opinions, and lots of them. Knicks basketball, we're going to talk some Pistons. LeBron makes his return tonight in the NBA. We got a lot to talk about. And, of course, the WWE as they go into Survivor Series War Games. It's the Church Guy Sports Show. Let's get ready for it, because it starts right now.
The Church Guys. We're live on a podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. Welcome to the show where the faith meets the court. Church guys repping hard, yeah, we live for the sport. From the pulpit to the bleachers, the word we endorse. Dropping dimes, preaching truth, keeping God as the source. We breaking down the play, stats, facts, and the story. Sunday to game day, all for his glory. Talking hoops, talking fields, every touchdown is shot. But we never lose sight of the faith that we got is fellowship, fire. Passion in the zone, Church Guys Sports Show. Yeah, you know we at home. Turn the volume up loud, let the good vibes flow. This is more than just a game, it's the way that we grow. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. A Church Guys Sports Show. The Church Guys. We're live on the podcast. From the locker room talk to the pews on a Sunday, we call our plays right, kingdom business on Monday. Faith on the field, spirit driving the grind. Every headline we drop got the word intertwined. We repping every team, but the banner is Christ. Breaking huddles with the desperate, yeah, we living it right. From the Knicks to the league, every stat, every score. We gon' praise, analyze, then we give God more. So tune in, lock in, let the truth be shown. Church Guys Sports Show, man, the vibe's full grown. It's the faith in the game and a powerful blend. From the tip off to the buzzer, we gon' ride to the end. The Church Guys.
What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Church Guys Sports Show podcast for the 18th of November, 2025. We're here, you're there. Excited to be with you as we got Willie Green on the show on tonight, rocking the Jackie Robinson Brooklyn Dodgers, number 42. I got that jersey in blue, so I definitely know what's happening there. So we're here. We got a lot to unpack tonight, a lot going on as we are now a couple of weeks into the NBA season as we prepare to flow. Not sure if we're going to see Bishop L tonight. We just getting out of convocation. It's a miracle I'm even on here. I'm tired. It's a miracle that I'm even on tonight. But we didn't have a show last week getting ready for convocation. Didn't want to go 2 weeks in a row without having a show. So we are here. You're there. Do us a favor. Like, share, tag, comment. Let's get everybody in here who should be in here, and let's get ready to get into the discussion that is going on around the sports world, really around the sports world. Of course, starting with the New York Knicks, as we often do. Knicks 8-5 out of the gate to start the NBA season. Not a bad start under new head coach Mike Brown. The most telling stat that I've seen, Willie, though, however, is what I mentioned in our opening, which is the fact that the Knicks are a very, very strong 8-1 at Madison Square Garden, which is what you're supposed to do. If you're a true championship contender, you're supposed to hold serve at home, and they have done more than enough at home. 8-1. The problem is, however, when the Knicks have gone on the road, the 4 games that have been on the road, they have not looked good at all. Say for last night. Last night was a decent game against Miami. Obviously, without OG Anunoby, without Jalen Brunson, there were a couple of things. I'm going to be honest. I'm putting last night's loss on Mike Brown. And the reason why is because it was a hard-fought game. Team got back into it. I'm putting it on Mike Brown and Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns because he let Khalil Ware and them guys get in his head after he dominated them 2 days prior, which didn't make any sense to me. They got in his head, and they really, caused him to make way too many mistakes. Too many silly – Cat just commits too many silly offensive fouls.
Right.
Just too many silly offensive fouls. I don't get it. But the reason why I put it on Mike Brown there is down 2, 21 seconds to go, 2 possessions the Knicks got. You put the ball in Deuce McBride's hands when you got Cat on the floor. And I love Deuce. But Deuce is not your superstar. Deuce is not your... Granted, your closer was in street clothes.
That's right.
But your second option was on the floor.
As you said, which dominated in the Garden 2 nights prior. So he should have the ball, regardless of what the outcome is.
Absolutely. I just didn't understand the play call. And again, I'm all for getting Deuce the confidence. But in a moment like that, listen... Let's just tie the game and get into overtime at that point.
And this is where you start to find out, can you trust Cat in critical situations, especially in the game. This is where Mike Brown has to relinquish what he's used to doing, which is spread offense, which he did in Sacramento with De'Aaron Fox and DeMar DeRozan. A lot of guard play. He has a legitimate big man in the Eastern Conference that nobody can deal with because he's
one of the best in the East.
So for him last night, as you said, I would put that blame on Mike Brown, but Cat got to demand the ball when it's time to demand the ball. There's no getting around that because, like you said, he's the best big man in the Eastern Conference. And if it not be for Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee, we would be talking about him pretty much being the best big man overall in the league next to Jokic. So for him to not demand the ball in that situation, it's 50-50. You can blame Mike Brown, but you can also blame Cat for not taking the reins in Miami and saying, listen, let me take us home tonight because he had a pretty good game. He had a solid game last night. So
yes,
for him not to want to take
16 for Cat, right. 16 and 16.
And, subpar because, the wealth was spread last night. Landry Shamet had a great game last night defensively, against those guards, especially against Andrew Wiggins. I was surprised that he held his own.
They shut Wiggins down. They kept Wiggins out of that game completely.
Yeah. So for them
and
to
Norman
do that,
Powell didn't catch fire to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, to lose by 2, I said, even with the comeback, I think that they're starting to kind of find their identity a little bit. But championship teams got to win on the road. There's no excuse for that loss last night, especially when you're the more experienced, more dominant team. Even though Spo does what he does down in Miami, But there was no reason for the Knicks, even though with the comeback without OG, as you said, and without Jalen last night, Knicks should have had that game. Especially with the
Absolutely.
bigs, especially with the front court being as dominant as they did. Because
Well,
Mitchell Robinson had a good game last night, too.
well, and I was gonna say that was the other thing that I saw. During that seesaw battle that was the final 2 minutes after they got that run to get back into the game within the final 2 minutes. How do you not go back to your defensive anchor in Mitchell Robinson to get you a stop or at least get you another possession
Get you another
with an
possession.
offensive rebound?
That's right.
You've got to have Mitchell Robinson on the floor with the game in a close game. If they're available, there are certain guys you want on the floor. Offensively, you want Jalen Brunson on the floor, and defensively, you want Mitchell Robinson on the floor.
But I
At
think
the end of
these
the
are-
game, there's just no excuse.
Yeah, these are games that are early in the season, so I say for the Knicks, this is a good thing because these games can't fall on the loss column way deep into the season, especially now. With this is video, this is tape material for them to pay attention to going into the middle of the season, going towards the end. These are games that you can't lose at the end of the season. Take this loss now, learn from it, learn that you guys are still trying to find your niche, trying to find your culture with Mike Brown, and find out where your inefficiencies are now without one of your main stars playing, and then without one of your defensive stoppers playing last night. So this is where you find out where your inefficiencies is, where your switches happen, where your breakdowns in the middle of the front court defense starts to shake up a little things like that. So they'll find a niche. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they were good.
The Knicks are solid. so
Without
they'll find a
OG,
way.
they were good defensively last night.
Right,
They held
right.
Miami to 41% shooting, which
Right.
you can't ask for more than that. Obviously, they were missing Jalen's offense. They were missing OG's defense and
And to
offense.
score 113 points last night, they didn't really
Yeah,
miss
well-
that much. So that's, like I said, that's a good thing for a loss like this. You can kind of, I don't want to say, flush it down the toilet, but before you flush it, make sure you know what made you stink last night. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. And for Donald Corey Ballard, if you come on and you're watching this, do you still think that the Knicks are better without Jalen Brunson? Like that take this week, you lost your mind on that one. I don't know what they had a great game in Miami. They scored 140 points, and my man is online talking about, the Knicks are better without Jalen Brunson. I just went. I'm like, stop, just stop. No, that's listen. Landry Shamet had an all-world
The Knicks
game.
would be a below 500 team without Jalen Brunson right now.
I mean, I wouldn't even say they'd be a below 500 team, but they definitely wouldn't be a championship contender. But they showed
Cat
last
still
night
has-
there is enough talent on this team to be competitive. There
I want
absolutely
Cat-
is.
I want Cat to now, being that this is year 2,
Yes,
to not shy away from the lights in the moment.
I agree. He's got to assert
Miami,
himself.
Miami was a prime opportunity last night for him to take the bull by the horn, so to speak, and shine in the moment.
Right.
Our main guy's not here, but I'm here.
And
Let's
you've
rock.
got to see it as
Let's
that
get on my back.
opportunity.
Get on my back and let's go. You know what I'm saying?
You've got to see it as that opportunity. You've got to take that opportunity. Like, I'm the guy. I got it. I can still be a number one in this league.
Tonight I'm good. Tonight
let me
we
remind
good.
you.
Tonight we good. Let me remind you, I was the number 1 pick for a reason.
Absolutely. And that's what you got to look for in those moments. And I agree. Cat has to be more demanding, and Mike Brown is a player's coach. So I mean, I think if Cat had gotten that huddle and said, while Mike is drawing up the play and said, no,
Give me that. Give me that on the left block. Give me that on the left block.
I think Brown would have gave it to him.
Yeah.
I think Brown would have said, all right, go for it.
Yeah, but we got to remember. Let's be reminded. Mike Brown took LeBron to Eastern Conference Finals. If I'm not mistaken, Mike Brown took the Cavs to the finals. If I'm not mistaken.
66 wins.
Yeah, and for them,
And they had
For
less
him.
talent than the Knicks.
and let's think. Mike Brown has coached some of the greats. He's coached LeBron. He's coached Kobe Bryant. He's coached De'Aaron Fox, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine.
DeMontis
These are-
Sabonis.
Demontis Sabonis. These are some all-star players that we're dealing with. And to have now arguably the second best big in the league, you gotta take advantage of him. You have to feed him the ball. I always say bigs do more when they touch the rock.
Oh, agreed. I
So
absolutely.
for him, and my thing about Cat this year, I really want him to get away from depending on shooting that 3, getting that block and kill everything living in there. Gotcha.
The 3 should be the keep defenses honest go-to.
Right.
That should be the go-to to keep defense. Let me remind you, I can still make this.
Right. But
So
my
you
thing
got to
is,
guard it.
I
But
got. I think I need him to get. I need him to get in the boardroom with Pat a little bit. If we talking Nick stuff,
I agree.
get
I've
in
been
that
saying, I
boardroom and
was
talk
saying
to
it when
Pat.
when they brought Patrick back to the team last year as a consultant. I said he's got to work with Cat.
Got to.
Get some post moves. And I want to see that patented Ewing fall away jumper.
Get them clumsy feet out of the way of each other a little bit, and he'll be fine.
I mean, and the thing is, Cat is strong.
I just think if Cat faces up and he draws the defense and then is able to put that back to the basket and then move the defense around because everything moves the way he moves. So if he's regarded in that, if he's a threat in that manner, I think the Knicks would be better off because then, like we always say, when a big demands a double team, that opens up our shooters. And that's way less pressure on Brunson to have to create something for him. Not necessarily for Cat, but in order to get the defense shaking and get them moving and get Cat free open shots or runs at the rim. Because they're literally going to be, as the season goes along, a spread option and a pick and roll team if Cat decides to draw and kick and roll to the basket.
Yeah,
That's what they need him to do. They need him to draw fouls. They need him to get people in foul trouble. That opens up everything else for the Knicks. And Mike Brown he's very knowledgeable of offensive strategies when it comes to him getting the ball to swing around the circle.
the ball movement has been phenomenal this
Yes.
year so far.
Yeah.
It has been absolutely excellent this year.
Extra third pass. I was looking at it. I think it was the game that they played the Bulls. And even though they lost that game, the ball movement was impeccable. I was like, as long as they continue in this continuity,
Right.
Knicks are going to be fine.
Yeah, that game, and I remember and watching that first Bulls contest, like, it didn't alarm me because it was just a game where they missed shots, and that happens.
Yeah, right. And
You
that's,
know,
that happens. That happens in the league.
But I agree with you. I liked what I saw
Right,
because the ball was swinging. It wasn't a lot of isolation.
Right.
It wasn't Jalen
no
going
hero
one
ball.
on five.
No hero ball. Right. No hero
and,
ball.
and it guys, the shots just weren't falling, and that's gonna happen some nights. That's absolutely gonna happen some nights. But again, down the stretch, and for me, again, like you said, the other thing for being a championship team, to add to that, yes, you've got to do all of those things, but you're in a unique position because you've got Brunson and Cat late in game. Those are guys you want to rely on. You want to be able to rely on late in playoff games.
As much as I love that duo, I don't understand, and I really, really want. If he's listening, if they listen to these type of podcasts, I really need OG to be that third guy.
He's proven that he can be.
He can.
He absolutely can be.
If OG
I mean, he
can
or
be that
Mikal can
third
really
guy-
be. Mikal was fantastic last night.
Right,
He stepped up in OG's absence, had 26 big points. He was like 26, 7, and 5 last night. So
it's the touches we always
filled
talk
in.
about.
Yeah. That's that's definitely one of those things. But I agree. But those are the things that can set the Knicks apart from other teams in the playoffs. The ability to have 3 options late in games that you can go to and get a bucket when you need one down the stretch of a close playoff game, which is going to be really, really important. But road trip continues. They're on a 5-game road trip after the long 7-game homestand. They head out to Dallas tomorrow night, where they will play the Mavericks. Okay, we got Willie back here.
Yeah,
There
just
we
give me
go.
one. Give me 1 second. Gotta
Yeah.
let the wife in. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Go let your wife in. The
All
Knicks
right.
will be back in action tomorrow night as they will take on the Dallas Mavericks from American Airlines Arena in Dallas. That's going to be a fun one as Jalen returns to Dallas. Dallas is in a bit of a free fall. I wonder if Jason Kidd is wishing he would have taken the Knicks job right about now. And even with the whole thing with Dallas, I gotta mention how they did Nico Harrison. I really feel like he was made the scapegoat for that Luka trade that was, quite honestly, by all accounts, demanded by the new owner, because she was trying to stick it to the city of Dallas because they won't let her put a casino in the new arena that she wants to build. And I just think it's not. Was Nico a good GM? Probably not. But did he deserve to be fired for doing what the owner wanted? No. That's crazy to me. How do you fire a guy for doing exactly what you asked him to do? You know why? Because in the sports world, somebody's got to be the scapegoat. So do us a favor: like, share, tag, and comment. Let's get involved tonight. We want to hear from you as we are here live tonight on the Church Guy Sports Show with myself and Willie Green tonight. Willie will be back in just a moment. But also, we wanted to connect with you tonight. For those of you who so connect with us in the comment section. For those of you who are watching, and of course, do us a favor as always: like, share, tag, and comment as we continue down this road of discussing the NBA. Moving away from the New York Knicks for a moment, as they will continue their road trip starting tomorrow, or continuing tomorrow rather, in Dallas. Very quietly, the Detroit Pistons have made good on what was a surprising first round showing last year against the New York Knicks. Now, I've got some things to say about it. Cade Cunningham made a statement on a podcast with Kevin Durant where he said that he feels like they should have beaten the Knicks in that playoff series last year. There's my only issue with that. My only issue with that is this. There's no way that they should have beaten the Knicks in that series last year, and here's why. They weren't ready yet. They were not good enough, and they proved that in the series that they were not quite on the Knicks level last year, even with the Knicks not playing their bench. Even with the different things, they were a young team that was learning and growing, and they've started out this season very strongly. Detroit is 12-2, 7-1 at home as well, just like the Knicks, but 4-1 on the road as well. Detroit is 12-2 and leading the Eastern Conference currently, which is a big deal. It's good to see Detroit off to a good start for themselves. Will it translate throughout the season? We'll see. Of course, health is wealth in the NBA, and if Cade stays healthy and that team stays healthy, you could see Detroit make some noise. But I was really looking at that statement that he made on that podcast, Willie, as with Cade Cunningham saying that he feels like they should have beaten the Knicks last year in that playoff series with Kevin Durant, in that podcast with Kevin Durant. And I'm watching and I'm just like, no, Cade, you weren't ready. And you proved that. You say, because you made the statement, he made the statement. I watched the clip a couple of times just to make sure I was seeing what I was seeing. And you said it definitively as if it was a missed opportunity. The truth is, your team exposed itself as not being ready in that first round series. So
I agree to disagree a little bit. I just think youth and inexperiences has a lot to do with teams that are fresh into the playoffs where they lose.
Agreed. But that's why I feel like, but that's why I feel like making that statement, no, you shouldn't have beaten the Knicks. They were the veteran team who, at the end of it, yes, Detroit was great. They got 2 games out of the series, but at the end of the day, it's a 7-game series, and you were playing against a team full of veterans who have been there before, who knew how to close out that type of series, and they did it.
I don't disagree with his sentiment, because at the end of the day, we're all competitors. We all want to win. We all want to win. I get it. But I will say that inexperience has translated into this year's ascension, if you will, if they can be consistent. And
that's
won
going
a
to be
few
the key.
games without.
I said it before you came back. They've got to be healthy. Detroit's got to stay healthy.
Right. And
Detroit's
they won a few games. They won a few games without him this last couple of games. So I will say their fortitude without their superstar, by the way, because Cade Cunningham is a superstar. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
He's a
superstar. Absolutely.
And Detroit found a real one. They found a good one. And for them to want to build around him, and shout out to him for getting a nice Nike deal. He's got his own signature shoe coming out. So,
congratulations to Cade Cunningham.
So to know that they are corralling the city and the organization around him, and he's embraced it. I mean, the Knicks got to be paying attention in the rearview mirror. As much as they want to be focused on what the task is at hand, and that's getting to the finals.
The road is going to go through Detroit again. I'm with you. I think the road's going to go through Detroit again.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to do it. They're gonna have to do it again. But just like the Knicks will see a very different Pistons team, the Pistons will see a very different Knicks team.
Absolutely.
So You know,
Absolutely.
I look forward to seeing it in the Eastern Conference semis or even the Eastern Conference Finals between those two locking horns. Cleveland has had some ups and downs so far. They are 10-5 right now, so they've managed to kind of right the ship. But I still don't trust them. I still absolutely don't trust the Cleveland Cavaliers at all.
I'm still with I'm still with Detroit. I'm still with Detroit because I just believe that that front four, it can pretty much match up with the Knicks front four.
Okay.
And I also am, and as much as anybody else may not be a believer, I'm still a believer in Orlando Magic. Granted that they continue to get Wendell Carter involved in basketball games because the last couple of games that they've been stagnant and he has not been able to touch the basketball and it has not paid dividends for them because those are games that they lost except for the one where they won in the Garden because Wendell was not involved in that game and they just happened to get the Knicks on a bad night where the Knicks
Second night of a back to back.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just didn't shoot well.
just didn't shoot well. So for them it's all about continuity and making sure that everybody's involved because they're a young team and for Banchero Paulo to be their star, he struggled a little bit.
He
struggled.
did, and I'm starting to notice a pattern with him as well. I'm nervous because this is year 3, and these injuries are keep piling up with this kid.
Yeah, but the East is a physical conference.
It absolutely is.
So for him to battle and to still want to be out there, I give him some credit. But
listen, I give him credit for that. Absolutely give him
Yeah.
credit for that. But again, he's another one that's
he's got to stay healthy.
healthy.
Got to stay healthy.
Got to, because as good as Orlando can be, Paulo is really the glue that's going to hold that thing together and push them
Absolutely.
over the top. So they're going to need him in order for them to be taken seriously as a contender. Currently, Orlando sits at 7-7. They are in the 10th spot as we hit the 1/6 pole of the season.
Right.
But Detroit again at 12-2, Cleveland at 10-5, Toronto surprisingly at 9-5 right now. R.J. Barrett is turning into the player that we as Knicks fans wanted him to be.
And the Dookie stars are back together. Him and Brandon Ingram.
Him
So
and Brandon
that-
Ingram
the
and Emmanuel
formidable
Quickly's running
duo
that
right there.
offense very well. They look good.
IQ looks good too.
Yeah, they look good. Atlanta is at 9-5, even with they're playing pretty well, even without their superstar, who's
Yeah.
been out the last couple of games. So they everybody
Get
was
well,
talking about.
Ricochet, because he just got hurt the other night. Get well,
Yeah.
Ricochet. Hip contusion. He'll be back in a couple of weeks, but get better, because I like him.
Everyone was talking about how they felt like the East was a 2-horse race, and I think these other teams heard it and said, "Wait a minute, we got something to say about this."
That's right.
We got something to say about this. We're going to be involved, and the
I
East
had
is a little more
I had-
formidable
I had
than
Atlanta-
people
I have
thought.
Atlanta as my sleeper anyway, because I just like the way they went out and they made a lot of good deals. They got Alexander Walker from Minnesota, and they went out and got the unicorn. They went out and got Porzingis, but as you said, health is wealth in the league. They got to stay healthy in order to make some sort of noise. But the Knicks are front and center. Anything else behind them is second tier. I must say that because now Boston has precipitously fell off, but they're still trying to hang around, and also Philly.
Well, they're currently 7-7, and again, I think that's what it's going to boil down to with a lot of these teams, because what you're seeing right now, obviously, there's a lot more talent than the pundits wanted to give the East credit for,
Right.
and I believe it's going to come down to coaching.
Yes.
In a lot of cases.
Yes.
And when you look at it, Detroit's got JB Bickerstaff. JB is a decent coach, but he's never won big. So
Right.
we'll see what happens there. Cleveland, you've got what's my guy out there? I can't think
Kenny
of his
Atkins.
name.
Kenny
Kenny Atkinson. Atkinson is a real good coach. But again, things kind of fell apart in the playoffs last year.
I was about to say playoffs matter.
Right.
Playoffs
So
matter.
Toronto, their coach is kind of unproven. So we'll see what happens there. Atlanta's got Quinn Snyder, who's a really good coach.
Yep.
New York, we all know how we feel about Mike Brown. Philly's got Nick Nurse, and those guards in Philly are a problem. that backcourt in Philly is a problem.
That's just what Embiid and
Needed, yes.
needed.
Yeah.
They needed
Yeah.
another
The
guy
pressure is off of him now.
both for them, and they can ball. And if they stay healthy,
Yeah,
they
that's
can
the key.
ball out. They can ball out, and that's what they should be thinking about.
Right.
They should not be thinking about scoring 40 every night. Embiid, get me 19 and 15 boards. Get me 3 blocks.
Here you go with this, Miss Carter. Miami is always going to be a consideration because, like we're talking about coaching right now, Miami is always going to be a consideration because they have probably the best coach in the Eastern Conference.
Keisha, they're not even a play-in team. I'm putting that out there right now.
Oh. Well, currently they sit seventh.
They ain't even a play-in. They ain't even a
currently
play-in.
sit seventh. Miami currently sits seventh, so they are in the play-in as of right now.
As of right now.
But Eric
Soft schedule.
Spoelstra is the best in the business. I don't know if he has the horses for it, though.
Thank you.
And quite honestly, watching them against the 3 games which the NBA, real interesting. This is the first season I've seen in a very long time where the Knicks and Heat will be done before the All-Star break. The Knicks and Heat will be finished with each other before the All-Star break, which I can't remember the last time that I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of this rivalry.
It's never happened.
The last time they were facing
usually determining playoff positions.
right.
At the end of the
So
season.
their last game against each other is December 21st at the Garden. That is their
Adam
fourth
Silver.
and final regular season meeting. Before the end of this year, the Knicks and Heat will be done with each other.
Thank you,
which
Adam
I have
Silver.
never seen.
Thank you, Adam Silver, for messing up good basketball.
Right. Like whose idea was this?
You know it wasn't the team's.
Exactly,
Definitely
Keisha. That is wild because we have never seen this
Never seen
in the
it.
history of this rivalry. The
Board of
Knicks and
Directors,
Heat
thank
are
you for
done.
messing up another good NBA season.
The Knicks and Heat are done with each other before the All-Star break. Whose idea was that? I've just always been of the persuasion, and I'm sure you agree as well. You know, I would rather front load schedule-wise, if you can. You should front load the season with interconference matchups, because going into February, March, April, we want to see them duking it out with their own conference.
Right.
And that's with any of our teams that we
Trying to
root
figure
for.
out where everybody's going to stack up when the playoff seeds come out. Absolutely.
That's what Major League Baseball used to do before they went to this balanced schedule too.
Yep.
Because remember, in Major League Baseball, in September, the Yankees were playing the Red Sox. They were playing the Blue Jays. They were
back of the
playing the
schedule.
Orioles. The back end of the schedule was all about, all right, who's gonna win the division?
That's right.
Y'all gonna duke it out for the division now.
That's right.
That's what it was about. And baseball has gone away from that, and basketball, who knows?
And you know the only thing that kind of puzzles me a little bit, and I know Keisha will probably agree with me. How does the Lakers?
Right, the same person that puts those 11 p.m. games on Tuesday nights.
Oh.
that's that $76 billion contract.
Yeah. How does the Lakers have the East Coast schedule now instead of having it in the middle of the season?
Right, like
It bugs me out every
who
year.
does this?
Who does this stuff? And for the Lakers to be in New York City one time a year, that I don't get where the numbers match, where that makes sense.
Well, right, because they only come once a year.
Right.
You know, you would think that you would want to maximize that.
Right.
So the earliest you should see the Lakers in New York would
April.
probably be. I wouldn't even say April.
I'll say February.
I'll say February. Yeah, I was gonna say like
Yeah.
right around,
April
like
or
right
February.
after the All-Star break.
Yeah.
That's when you want to
And
see
like you said,
the
they
Lakers.
top load the schedule with these crazy games, and even with
It's
with
this
the
cup.
NBA
It's
tournament.
this Emirates Cup. That's
it's
what's throwing
sickening.
everything
It's sickening.
off.
Yeah, it's sickening. And it's not like, and now we're starting to see more injury prone people. Like Giannis just got hurt.
Giannis just went down with an injury
Just went
last
down
night,
with
groin
last
injury
night.
for
So-
Giannis.
And like we know the jury's still out on LeBron, and then we know, if I'm not mistaken, Jalen got hurt in an tournament game when he rolled his
Against
ankle.
Miami.
Yeah, like come on, like it's crazy. So we got to pay attention to this, and then when everybody wants to load manage.
No, I'm
the
sorry.
league wants to get
He got
upset.
hurt. It wasn't an in-season tournament game. It was before Miami. It was the game before
Miami?
that.
Before
It was the
Miami?
game before the Miami game. Yep.
Just the simple fact that we're seeing injuries early is a clear insight of what.
Paulo went down against us
Yeah,
with the injury.
yeah. It's
You
it's
know,
it's clear. It's clear that this is going to be a season of ups and downs. Y'all know what season prediction was with my team. They're playing well so far, but I need other pieces. But speaking past,
Precious
I'm
has
at,
gone to Sacramento and is balling out. He's already cracked the starting lineup in Sacramento. He and Russ have supplanted other people, and he and Russ are in the starting lineup.
Demontis hurt?
I don't know, but I looked
Because
at the lineup the
obviously,
other day. I
if
said,
Precious is cracking
is starting?
the starting lineup, Sabonis is hurt. Somebody's hurt.
Yeah. But
Wemby
Precious
got hurt
is
too,
cracked
right?
the starting
Wemby
lineup.
got hurt too last night.
Wemby's hurt. It's too much. And, I don't, for all of this, and I'm not going to make this a load management argument, but for all of the precautions
Yeah.
that are being taken now to preserve and elongate a player's career, we are seeing way too many injuries. So what is it that was done in the 90s and early 2000s to where guys could play 80 to 82 games and then go through the playoffs and then come back the next year and not get hurt? I mean, as much as, and again, let me be clear, this is not a Jordan versus LeBron comparison I'm about to make. This is just this is an era comparison, but I'm going to use the Jordan example. Jordan consistently played 80 to 82 games per season. Consistently. Which means he never had a serious enough injury that kept him out for long periods of time, with the exception of one season in his entire career, very early on in his career. That was the only season, and I think it was like a broken leg or something like that.
I'm only going to defend LeBron on one aspect.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Right, I got you. I'm only going to defend LeBron on one aspect of that argument.
No, I agree with this, Keisha. I agree with this. I think that is, for the ankle injuries, this is part of the problem.
Absolutely.
I agree with that 100%.
Absolutely.
That is a part of the problem.
And LeBron got hurt when he came to LA.
Yeah, and that's why I said it's not a Jordan versus LeBron thing.
Right.
But I'm looking at players as a whole. I just use Jordan as the example because he's the one that most people go to when we go. But when you think about it, Isaiah didn't miss a bunch of games. The two times that Patrick Ewing got injured in for the Knicks, they were both contact injuries. They were both contact injuries to where he got knocked down and like sprained his hand and something like that, and couldn't go for weeks.
Yeah, well, Mike had a broken foot, so he was
right, and Mike had a broken foot. So
right.
There were a lot of what we're seeing now is a lot of non-contact injuries.
Thighs, groins,
right,
hamstring,
so
calves. There's more of a lot of calf. Like Keisha said, these sneakers are creating a lot of calf injuries like never before.
Oh, that's
Achilles
true,
injuries
Keisha.
because they're number one. They're not taped up like they used to be taped up back in the day.
That's yeah. You remember watching? You guys had tape on the fingers. They had tape on the ankles.
There was tape on the Achilles and the bottom of the plantar fascia.
And because they understood the importance. So I'm trying to understand with these advances in these air quotes advances in sports medicine, they're not taping the players like they used to. Right. But now there's a lot of pain. Oh, now you want to come on. Any other time if I wanted to add you, you'd have gave me a problem. I got you, Keisha. I got you. Give me a second.
I think just the simple fact that training is not as extensive and as strenuous as it was back in the day.
That's true, because training camp would be an entire month.
Right, and we're talking about full contact.
Yes, they were scrimmaging in training camp.
All out, ball out. You see any of these old Boston practices? Any of these old LA practices?
Old Knick practices.
Detroit.
They talked about it when Pat Riley came over.
We talking elbows. We talking people hitting the floor. We talking all of that. It's not like that nowadays. These guys are, and I hate to say it, these guys are soft. They don't eat their Wheaties.
Where you at? You sleep somewhere, L. Where you at? You need to come on. But They don't eat their Wheaties. They're not doing that either. But what you're saying is absolutely right, Willie, because I look at it from that very same standpoint. You had training camp, which was a month long, and I remember how, as Keisha joins us, I remember how, and this was even true for me playing high school ball. Like for the first 2 weeks of practice, we didn't touch a basketball.
Nah.
All we did was
Run.
Straight
run,
conditioning.
stretch, weight train.
It's
That's
conditioning
it
Defense.
and
for
weight
the
training.
first two and
Defense without a ball.
defensive slides. We didn't touch the ball for the first 2 weeks. You didn't work on offense in any level because it was all about getting in game shape.
Yeah.
And again, NBA training camps got shortened because they wanted to spread the season out to a certain extent because the players complained that there were too many back. Remember, 10 years ago, the players said, oh, there's too many back to back. So that's why the NBA went to, okay, we're going to start training camp earlier. And then we're going to spread the games out a little bit more. But the problem with that is you shorten training camp and now everybody's hurt.
This composition of the NBA player is soft. Let's just call it what it is.
Well, I agree with that too.
Let's just call it what it is.
I ain't going that far. I wouldn't say
They
they
soft.
soft.
They soft.
So for me, I blame it mostly on the trainers. I believe for me it has a
That's because
lot to
that's
do
your
with the
field.
trainers.
That's because this is your field. That's all. That's
No,
all.
but it's
I
understandable
blame a
because
lot
the
on
trainers
the
are paid
trainer.
millions of dollars. But guess what they have to do? They have to answer to the athletes more now than they've ever had to do before. Like you wouldn't get what's Gary Vee answering to no Magic? Gary Vee tell you what it is. This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing. Point blank simple. Not
So
these
that
new
is
guys.
the
These new
reason.
guys answer like yes sir, no sir. You don't want to do that today? Okay. It's not happening because they get paid $15 million to train somebody.
But you, that's why I say that, okay, so that's why for me, I feel like it goes all the way back to college though, because it's
Right.
the same way with college athletes right now. This is,
It's back further than that now. It's all the way into AAU and rec ball now.
oh, AAU, forget about it. Do you see the treatment that they get right now in
Like
AAU?
You ain't
NBA
got to tell me.
athletes.
I coach 9-year-olds.
Like
Do
Trust
you
me.
NBA
see the
athletes.
uniforms that they got right now for AAU
Can I tell
right
you
now?
Can I tell you you again? You ain't got to tell me. I coach 9-year-olds and our league has teams with names on the back of their jerseys. I didn't have no name on my jersey when I was that age.
I had
Look
a
what
number.
they're
I had a
doing right
number.
now.
If
I had
if
a
the number
number.
wasn't faded,
I had a freaking
Right,
number. And there
right.
was at one point when we didn't get the jerseys on time, we had what? Colored t-shirts.
white T-shirt with a marker,
Right.
Colored t-shirts with a marker number on it.
mark your
And you
number
just
on the
knew
back. Going to
exactly
game.
who, or I mean
Listen,
we had colored t-shirts with the numbers that's coming off.
Right. Fade now.
playing
Sub.
JV my
I'm
freshman
subbing
year
in.
of high school. Our uniforms were we had the inside out mesh jerseys. We had the white for home and we wore the blue side for road games.
Last year, my
Like,
son's fourth grade team. I went and bought the entire school jerseys because they had
it
something.
was trash.
They was they was so trash. It was so trash. I
Trash.
invested. I said, look, you ain't gonna have my son out here looking like he back. What was it like? We playing the Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox. That's how them jerseys
See
look.
there?
The Teen Wolf
Had
jerseys.
the
See there?
Teen Wolf jerseys, bro.
The,
I
the,
bought
the generic
whole
joints
team.
with just a number on it.
Just the number. I bought the whole team uniforms. I didn't care. I was
But
like,
Listen,
you know,
I totally get it, but
But
they,
all
but
I was
it
gonna
has gotten so different
it
where
is.
it
It
comes
has.
to the way things are set up. And I agree with you, Willie. Like you said, it was crazy for me last year. I had to catch myself a couple of times because I
Right.
had to remember I was coaching 9-year-olds.
Right.
But I'm like, we get through running and they're looking at me like, Coach, could we have a water break? I'm like, water break? What?
water break. You didn't even run yet.
You ain't did nothing. You did 5 sprints and 3 suicides.
I
What?
think it's more of the culture has now projected a way of professionalism that the kids cannot translate that right now. They just want to play, and everybody else wants them to be an athlete before they're even a basketball player. There's a difference. Everybody
Agreed.
says you're a basketball player, but you're not an athlete yet. That takes time to become and to formulate basketball player athlete into one flesh. And what we're doing is we're just putting them and making them athletes and not making them basketball players.
Right, because they're doing a lot of skills training and not enough fundamental training.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
fundamental training makes you a basketball player.
That's right. That's right. And what we're doing is in all reality, and we as parents, we fall victim to it.
I've tried to pull back on certain things I do with my son when he plays. I try not to overload them, and if because you can poison them that way, especially when it's something that they love to do. So with the league right now, I feel like they're being poisoned by all of this overly the predominant. I'll call it the prima donnaism, if that's a word, because they're catering
Oh, it
to
is.
the athletes more now than
Absolutely.
they've ever done before. And if they get a hangnail, they out 6 weeks. Come on, dog. Put some tape on that. Snap that finger back in a place like Gary Vee did Kobe Bryant and get back in the game. Mamba mentality.
But there are no more Mamba mentalities out here because
No, there's still one. He's just hurt right now. That's Kyrie Irving. That's the only one left. That's the only one left.
he's yeah. I mean,
He's
and
the
it's
only
true. There's some guys whose
No,
bodies
Jay,
are just
I give Jalen that now. Let me
yeah.
correct myself.
Jalen has the Mamba mentality.
I give Jalen that now.
Jalen showed it even after
He
he got hurt.
had to grow on me.
He got up. He looked at his team. He looked at his bench. He was like, "I'm good." My
Yeah, he
man
had to
got
grow-
up,
he had to
went,
grow
shot
on
the
me.
free throws, and
left the
did
game.
what needed to be done. And then he left the game.
Then he left the game.
And you know, even last night before the game, they showed him on the court, you know, working to get back because you know there are some guys. You know, think about it. Even that game last year, he couldn't even put pressure on his ankle. Everybody thought the Knicks were done. My man went to the locker room, changed his sneakers,
And came back.
and
Gave
had
him
a
20-something
ridiculous fourth
in the
quarter.
second half.
Came back and was ridiculous. But they don't make that's more the exception than the rule now. Unfortunately,
Yeah, they don't build them like they used to. They don't build them like
They,
that.
they don't. You know,
build
guys are about
But his dad
guarding
is
their
from that
brand.
era, though. So you got to expect that. His dad
Well, yeah,
is from that era.
Rick Brunson. Rick Brunson is
a dog.
is great. He was
dog.
because he was one who got it out the mud, so he taught his son that.
Yeah, he's a dog. He was a dog.
He
When he was with the
absolutely-
Knicks, when he was with the Bulls, he's a dog. He was a
Yeah.
dog.
And he was, and you know, Jalen mentioned it in an interview. He said, "Listen, you know, my dad played 9 years in the NBA on 9 one-year contracts,
Right.
so
kept it
he
pushing.
had to work. There was never anything guaranteed money. We didn't know nothing about that,
Right.
because he had to be a dog. But he put that dog in Jalen from a young age, and Jalen turned into that. You know,
Oh man.
Kyrie being from
And Dallas
Jersey.
didn't know what they had.
Well, that was Mark Cuban's fault because Mark Cuban felt like, Jalen's our guy. He's going to stay. You know, we can get back to him. And Jalen
Not
was
if you
like,
don't pay me.
yeah, it's not going to work.
It's not gonna work. You don't pay me. Sorry.
I mean, and Mark Cuban, I think he admits to a certain point that it was on him because they came to Jalen with one offer before the season. Jalen said, let's not think about it right now. Then he goes out and he was having a terrific season.
Kills him, takes
to
the Western Conference Finals.
Jalen went back to him. He said, listen, is that deal still on the table? Because Jalen was like, I was ready to sign it.
Right.
Because it's like, okay, y'all gonna give me this guarantee money? I'll take it now. And they're like, oh no, let's wait till after the playoffs. He goes to the playoffs, leads him to the Western Conference Final. Yesterday's price
With a
is not today.
hurt Luka.
with a hurt
Very
Luka.
hurt Luka.
Yesterday's price is not today's
Today's
price. And that year was the perfect example because before that they had offered him, I think, was like a 4-year, $19 million deal before
Yeah.
the season started.
That was after his rookie deal was out.
4 years, $19 million, leads this team to the Western Conference Finals, gets $120 million from the Knicks.
Gone.
That's what you gonna do? Like,
Those are no brainers for a basketball player that's betting on himself. It's a
right.
no-
And he
no-brainer.
bet on himself, and he was right. And he literally turned that season into becoming the face of one of the most storied franchises in professional sports.
Let's just hope he can keep it up and stay healthy.
So far,
I would love to see the Knicks in the finals because, like I said before, the Knicks not being in the playoffs, regardless of what fan you are, and you know I'm diehard blue, purple and gold.
Yeah.
But to not see the Knicks in the playoffs is hard for me to watch basketball. Okay, I watch my Lakers in the playoffs, but it's hard for me not to see a New York team in the playoffs. Just
Everybody
simple-
knows that the leagues are better when the New York teams are there.
Are
Whether
there.
it's football, whether it's baseball,
You
whether
back.
it's basketball, whatever.
Caregiver mode.
whatever sport it is, I agree with you. The sports landscape is better when New York teams are good. That's why the last few years of football has been terrible. We haven't been able to get the Giants or Jets in the playoffs. But we're not gonna go there tonight, Keisha. We're not
Thank
gonna do
you.
it.
Thank
We're not
you.
gonna do it. But
No.
no, but I do have. We are gonna talk about the Giants a little bit as it pertains to wrestling when we get to that in a few minutes.
You
Because
sure?
not only that,
Scared Bobo.
you didn't see it. There was a lot of talk about it on social media, and we're gonna get to that.
Yes.
Yes, there's a
Yeah.
lot of talk about it on social media. We're
Michael
gonna get
Strahan
to
got
it, Keisha,
problems.
and it's gonna make you mad, Keisha. But we're gonna get there. So y'all do me a favor. Y'all like, share, tag, and comment. If you're a WWE fan, we're getting ready to go
Nobody
there
better
very
have
shortly.
touched my man.
We're wrapping up the basketball discussion, and we're gonna be going WWE in just a few short minutes. So please get your WWE fans on here. We're gonna be talking
Nobody
about.
better not have touched my man.
Relax,
Oh,
breathe. We gonna talk about that in a minute. We gonna talk
Willie,
about
I
last
got
night's
a
Monday
man in
Night
the
Raw,
WWE.
which was, in my opinion, one of the best Monday Night Raws of the year last
It
night.
was
But
Absolutely, by far.
by
we'll
far.
talk about that in just a minute. But back to the basketball, but the sports point as far as that goes, not sports entertainment, but you see it with the ratings go up when the Yankees are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And even though they didn't make it to the World Series, let's not be naive. The fact that it was the Dodgers and the team that knocked out the Yankees in the World Series
Made a lot of
pushed the ratings up.
Made a lot of sense. Because there had to be a
Yeah.
Yankee narrative in order for that
Exactly.
Yes.
to be great. Had to be a Yankee
Exactly.
narrative.
And what did you see? New Yorkers were watching the series because we wanted to go the Blue Jays lose.
I actually had them winning.
you had the Blue Jays winning that
I had
series.
Toronto winning in 7 games.
I didn't.
And for them,
I didn't.
and for them,
I
to
actually
show-
had the Dodgers winning in 5, so I was wrong. I had the
No,
Dodgers winning in 5, but
I just felt like, you know what it is, and I always say this, like when it comes to, and I'm only using this football analogy to kind of sum up what I'm trying to say. I'm a New England Patriots fan,
yep.
right? But when they played the Giants, they canceled each other out. Like literally in every position, they canceled each other out. And when you have baseball, when you have teams that can cancel each other out at every position, even with the rookie pitchers that Toronto had, they canceled out a lot of the Dodgers offense with that. For the exception of Ohtani and Freeman. Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman's a problem.
They canceled everybody else out. And for them to go 7 games and almost win, but they choked at the end.
They
because
did.
of inexperience.
Toronto
Not
did choke
because
that
of
away.
talent, because of inexperience not being there. And this team, without Bo Bichette until maybe game 4, game 5, the Dodgers had them on the ropes. But then,
But Willie, you know what? That was my point about Detroit that I was trying to make earlier. Why I felt like Cade's statement was out of pocket, because I'm like, you say you felt like, oh, we should have beat the Knicks last year. You weren't. You were young and inexperienced playing a veteran team. They were. Now it would have been an upset if you had beaten the Knicks, but don't think that you were supposed to. You were not.
First
but
and
but
foremost.
their mentality should always be we can beat
The
anybody.
mentality should be that you're going to win.
So
Absolutely.
I don't have a problem.
No.
with the
You're not.
statement.
I don't have a problem with him going, because if you're not in the words of Harm Edwards, you play to win the game.
Win the game.
You
Right.
play to win the game. So please you want to be confident, but obviously hindsight being 2020.
Right.
This is not. If he had said that during the series, fine. If he had said that immediately following the series, fine. We're now in the middle of a new basketball season where you guys have started off well. You've had a chance to sit and reflect. Even as a fan, me, you, we all do it because we're all former players on some
Right.
level.
Right.
When you sit and reflect at certain points, in the moment it might hurt you, but when you look back, you gotta go, yeah, we weren't ready. You got to be honest enough to say that.
No, we won't, because as athletes, we're never going to say that. We're never going to say that because.
But I feel like if you don't say that, then you don't. Then you're not growing properly.
But no, I think growing, losing is a part of growing.
I don't know about
Losing
that.
is a part.
I don't
But
think-
being honest about why you lost also is part of growing.
So you're
But
talking
your-
about
but your
individually
competitive- your
holding yourself
competitive nature-
accountable
your
as a
com-
player?
Say again?
Absolutely.
Your
Okay.
competitive nature is never going to let you say that, bro, because
But
you want
but
to win at all costs all the
you
time.
you're
Well,
absolutely right. But
you never
this is
said
the
that
this
ever.
is
You
this
never
is
Never
said
the
that
said
ever
what?
as an athlete.
Never
You
said
this is
never
what
the
that
hold
we.
yourself accountable to even sit there and say, "Yo, that really was on. That
this
I
is the
really
same
didn't
No, no,
play."
K.
no, no, no. You're misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm saying that, of course, we're going to hold ourselves accountable in a loss. But I'm saying our competitive nature is not going to ever push us to say we can't beat them or we should have not lost. We always want to go. We always want the win. We live with the loss. But to say, well, we wasn't ready. Nah, my
That's
competitive
reality
nature is
though,
never going to
because
let
this
me
is the
say
same
that.
Kay Cunningham who on this show during that series,
And I don't
you,
like a guy like
me,
that, honestly.
Bishop McCants, we all took Cade to task because in 3 of those 6 games he deferred in the fourth quarter, being the best player on the floor. Remember? We took him apart for
Let me ask you
that.
a question. Now I don't want to recall the games. In those deferments, were those games losses or were they wins?
They were 2 of the 3 were losses,
Okay, so
and that's why we took him apart.
okay, well, two of the games you had just means, but for him to say I deferred and we won a game, is my competitive nature going to continue to say, yo, we wasn't ready? I made the right play, or whatever this case may be, whatever the scenario may be. I'm going to always have this mentality and saying, listen, we ready, we can win. I'm not just going to sit here and say we weren't ready or we weren't prepared for a team. Not going to ever say that. Whether we win or lose, we live with the loss. That's
And
just a
JB
part of the
got
sport.
outcoached. And JB got outcoached by Tibbs a couple times, which is hard to do.
This got coached a lot of times.
Right. So I could, like I
When
said,
you get outcoached by Tibbs, you
as
got a
much as we
problem.
don't agree with the statement, we can understand the sentiment
I know. I
because
understand
he's a
I
competitor.
understand the
He's not going to
sentiment.
ever down himself and say, "Yo, I knew we was going to lose this series. Chill."
I don't.
We shouldn't have beat them.
I'm absolutely right because I would look at him absolutely crazy if he had said that. Oh, I knew
Like,
he was
yo,
going to lose.
we wasn't ready, and I think we wasn't going to win the series. Come on, I'm supposed to be
To
the
me,
leader of a squad. I'm
okay,
never supposed to say that to
to me, the
nobody.
statement to make is I felt like we were good enough to win this series, but the truth is our inexperience showed up at the worst time.
If he said that, then we live.
Then
with
I
that
live with it
statement.
exactly.
Then
Then
we
I'm like,
say
you know
nothing
what?
about
That's
the
an
statement.
honest assessment.
Right,
That's an
exactly.
honest assessment at
For
that
him to
point.
say, "Yo,
I
I
just
just
want to
don't think
let
we
y'all
could have
know
beat
that
them."
Orlando is bowling right now against freaking Warriors.
Listen, we
Orlando's
talked about
beating who?
Orlando.
Orlando's beating who?
Orlando is beating the
Golden State.
Warriors.
Orlando is
They beating Golden Girls.
But to be creditable, I spoke about this team last year. They were young, and as long as they get ready, Tyus Jones and Desmond Bain are game changers for Orlando because
they can be. Desmond Bain
can
hasn't
be
shot well
defended.
yet, so that
Right, but that's all right.
once he gets it together,
Oh,
they're
it's a
gonna be a
problem.
problem.
It's a problem.
You
Once he
just
gets
made an
it,
air ball, but go ahead.
It's,
Now that we talking about it, since we on the
it's
topic,
it's a problem
you
once they
know,
get some type of
you
continuity.
remember
You
Chappelle's
know
show,
that,
Willie?
huh?
You remember Chappelle's show?
Yeah, of course.
And in
whoa!
season
I
2,
can't remember that. Remember
it,
that?
I'm talking to Willie right now because I'm about to talk about you. I'm about to talk about you. You remember in season 2, he had that haters ball sketch that he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Keisha is the chief hater because she hates on everybody. Bishop
can't.
J Mac joins us.
Bishop
We're talking about how good
McCann.
Desmond Bain is gonna be. What's the first thing she said? Oh, he just shot an airball.
He
Why
just shot
you
an
gotta
airball.
hate on everybody, Keisha? What? What
he
is that
did.
about?
I was the one on here that called Orlando to be that team.
I think everybody did, though.
I second that notion.
I think everybody did. I think
D-Lo
everybody said that Orlando would be competitive.
I'm not sold. I'm not sold on Orlando. I'm
He's
not.
sold. See,
I'm not.
He-
All right.
he's
What-
not sold.
I
on
feel
it.
like what I'm seeing right now is what Orlando is. They are up and down. They are a 500 team right now.
Now, D-Lo,
I think
what
they need a
team
little
is
more
not up and
experience.
down in the East right now?
Detroit, Cleveland.
But can Detroit sustain that as you
That-
question?
We're
No,
no.
her question was what team is is not up and down right now. Detroit is 12-2.
We don't give Cleveland. Do not put them on that list.
Cleveland is 10-5. And
Get into the playoffs.
And they're coming off a 60-win season.
To the playoffs.
Your question was who's up and down right now. I just gave you two teams that are not. The Knicks are
I
up
didn't
and
have-
down because they can't seem to beat anybody on the road. They
I
are
guess-
lights out at home, which we're happy to see. The Knicks are killing everybody at the Garden, but they
Can we
can't
say-
get a. They can't. The goal is to at least be 500 on the road. You're
Knicks-
0-4.
Knicks
Boston is-
fans, what's
Boston
going
is
on
up
with
and
that?
down.
What's
Boston-
going on with that?
We already talked about that before you came on.
A lot of
Oh,
it is
dang, I was
a lot
late.
of it is
Golly.
a lot of it is injuries too. It's not
Who's
they don't-
injury besides Brunson and OG?
That's
That's-
enough. That's
that's
2/5 of your
enough.
starting
You talking
lineup.
about-
That's
you
enough
talking
right
about
there.
2 out of 5 starters.
But that
right?
was just recently. That was just recently.
But when you're not consistent and you don't have them consistently in the lineup, that plays and they in and out of the lineup, that means that plays a lot.
But I thought that's something that y'all wanted. Y'all wanted that switch, especially with
No,
Brunson.
that's not what we said. That's not what we said.
Right.
No.
That's your boy Donald Corey Ballard who makes stupid statements like
Oh,
the Knicks
God,
are
I
better
don't even-
without Jalen Brunson.
No, but
That's your boy.
Listen.
But,
what was Butler saying at one point when it comes to Brunson?
he was saying that the Brunson held the ball for too long under Tibbs.
So he wanted Brunson to come off from the ball.
Come off the ball, not
Play
come
off
off the
the ball.
court.
You want him to play off the ball, which he
has done, and
Yep.
and they have been phenomenal when they're playing like that. They have
and
been
the
great.
minutes are way down.
And the minutes are down. Exactly. That's
Well,
what.
yeah, because he used just about everybody on the bench.
Can you hear us, Willie?
No, I think I got to go back out.
And
Okay.
No, I
Shannon-
hear you. We hear you.
We hear
Yeah,
you
I
fine.
can hear you. I can hear you guys. I'm just frozen. It's okay.
No, you're not frozen.
No,
We
you're
can-
not
You're not
frozen.
frozen on
Okay.
the screen.
I'm
We
You're not
frozen,
frozen.
I'm frozen
Yeah.
on my end, but it's all right. It's
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
As
no,
long as you
good.
can hear and you can see, you good. It'll clear up
Alright.
in a second.
Yeah, we'll
It
clear
does
up.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what L was saying. He was saying that he needs to get off the ball, which we all agreed on.
Right.
We
were
all
saying
agreed.
last year that it wasn't a JB thing, that
Right.
it was a Tibbs thing. That was my thing.
Right, the offense was Brunson or bust.
Right, but that was what Tibbs was running. It wasn't that was the decision that Brunson just decided to do himself. That's what Tibbs ran.
But in a nutshell, this year, the Knicks don't have no excuse to not keep Brunson off the ball. They have enough ball handlers to suffice Jalen
Yes.
being off the ball. And Jalen can even become a third option in the offense, in any offensive set that they set
At
right now.
right, at certain points,
Certain
he,
points.
he can
You
just
put
chill
him
out in the corner.
You can put him at the top
Right.
of the key. You can square him up. You can put him in pick and roll. And
They
that's
don't
with
gotta
him being
embarrass the
without the ball.
Warriors like this.
Listen,
they don't gotta embarrass the
his
Warriors.
catch and shoot threes are up already.
Yeah.
This season, which is good to see. It
me
makes the
being-
game easier for him.
I would have Mike Brown even to the point where you got OG bringing the ball up.
Listen,
He's
we
done
see
it
a
a
lot of
couple
McHale
times.
bringing the ball up now.
He's done
Right.
it. He's done it a few times.
You
this
see a lot of
season already.
McHale. You see a lot of Josh Hart with the ball when Josh is in the game.
I think the big guard sets will help Jalen stay fresh throughout the game.
Agreed.
too. Will help him stay
Agreed.
fresh.
And I'm looking forward to it. I think Mike Brown is going to do all of that. But if Tibbs was here, it would be the same thing. Even though we got this bench, he would not have used this bench. Look at Landry Shamet the other night.
This bench is
Come on.
averaging 40 points a game now.
But as we say, health is
As
wealth,
well. Absolutely.
especially with the Knicks.
Who Sherman is averaging what?
No, the
No, the
bench.
bench.
The bench
The
as a
bench.
whole
Bench is
is
averaging
averaging
40
46
Oh,
points a
okay.
game.
The bench, not Shamet.
But he had an all-world game the other day against Miami. 36
But
points.
Shamet can
36.
play.
Dunked on Ware. It was
He
beautiful.
used to do that in Brooklyn. Shaman used to play. Everybody
Yeah.
forgets his time in Brooklyn. He was a player in Brooklyn.
Agreed.
No, we didn't
right.
forget Tibbs. Forgot.
Tibbs didn't care.
You
Right.
forgot.
Tibbs didn't care.
Well, there's been sightings of Tibbs in Minnesota, so that's another conversation.
Oh, my
That's
God.
that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother
As far as that
Tibbs in
goes,
Minnesota for what?
Defensive,
hanging out with Chris Finch.
hanging their hats
working-
on defense.
Wasn't he just in
Minnesota.
Boston?
Yep.
He's
He's
been
everywhere.
going to all the Nick rivals.
He's making the round.
He's consulting now.
He's a consultant now.
As long as he
I
don't
don't
get
know
hired.
why he still wants to coach. He should just retire.
He's not gonna get hired as a coach.
Like, dude, you got 30 million reasons to sit at home.
He's not gonna get hired as a head coach.
Oh,
He
no.
might get
Yeah,
hired
that-
as an
that's over.
assistant.
Or a consultant.
right, or
I mean,
consultant.
whatever could work, but leave the coaching, head coaching alone.
He's not gonna get hired as a coach.
Listen,
Okay, I'm
His
back.
coaching days are over.
if I had 30 million reasons to sit home, I'd sit home.
Right.
He needs to follow Malone. Just chill.
Yeah, Mike Malone is chilling in the studio. He
He
good.
don't want
Nobody,
no
nope.
coaching job.
Nobody want Tibbs in no studio.
Right. Nobody wants Sims in the studio either. I
You want to
agree
hear?
with that.
You ever
That's
seen
like watching
the Dunham
wet
man
paint
in
dry.
New Jack City? That's be him. He wouldn't know what to say.
Listen, I'm telling you, like watching wet paint dry.
Oh my god.
Listen,
Hey, do y'all know why they kicked Stephen A. off the ESPN
I'm
Yes,
NBA
because he's about
contract?
to get fired.
Stephen A says he
Ooh, that hit a
negotiated.
nerve.
Stephen A said, I saw the video on his podcast. He said he negotiated to get off of the show.
No,
Do you know what
I'm just
negotiating
telling
and
you
get
what
off
the
a
man.
show means?
Stephen
I'm
A.
telling
got
you what
his
the
They
hands
made a
in too
deal with
many
him to
pots.
kick him off. You
I'm
take
tell-
this or you
I'm-
take that.
I'm telling you what the man said. The man said it was in his car. He said he got stuff that was going on this year that he didn't have going on last year. He said he got his production company going on. He said he's got Mad Dog Radio. He didn't have that last
The
year.
what?
And I forgot what else he said he had going on. He said three. Oh, he got the
Right now.
political
Just
show.
keep me talking.
He said he's got all these things that he didn't have last year. He said and this happened near the end of his negotiation of his contract. He said so. He negotiated to get off of NBA Countdown because he was mad because the Post wrote a big article in there today. The Post, Rupert Murdoch wrote a whole article about him getting kicked off the show.
They wrote the truth.
I'm just telling you.
Kick.
I'm
I'm
just
getting ready to
listen.
go on Fearless and find out what Jason Whitlock got to say about it.
Kick.
I don't want to hear nothing Jason Whitlock got to say. I'm sorry.
I do. I love that guy.
And
Jason
what's the
Whitlock.
other guy? Marcellus Wiley.
Marcellus
Because he
Wiley.
don't like Stephen A. either.
They don't like him.
There's a lot of people
No.
that don't.
I mean,
I
a
know
lot of
they
people.
get
I
the
mean,
low
I'm not
end.
a Stephen A. fan, but I feel like I feel like it's a lot of hooey. I think some of his political statements have gotten him in trouble with Disney,
Say it again.
and they had to make a decision. And it's like, well, we gave you too much money for us to fire you, but we're gonna scale back some of your regular work.
That's exactly what I'm saying, D-Lo.
They have
That's
to jump-
exactly what it
They-
came
they-
down
I'm
to.
not-
And this is another
Hey.
thing. He's becoming so much of a political asset. I think he's very articulate when it comes to that. But like you said, D-Lo, they gotta dumb him down because he's getting too much notoriety. You see him on Chris Cuomo every week. Gotta dumb him down.
You got to
Gotta dumb him down
understand
a
this
little
too.
bit.
Yeah, he's
You gotta
on News
understand-
Nation
you gotta
every week now.
understand-
Yep.
You got to understand this too. Disney is a liberal company.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Stephen
And
A.
Stephen A,
espouses conservative views.
Even though he's a registered independent,
He's conservative.
He's more conservative.
He's
conservative.
Exactly.
And they gotta
Very
dumb him down.
conservative.
Gotta dumb him down.
That's
That
gonna
ain't
But
gonna
clash.
happen.
especially up top.
That's gonna clash. And he don't want to mess that up.
He just
Listen,
got-
that's why
just
he
got
took the
100
demotion.
He just got
Exactly,
100 million
D-Lo. That
dollars.
me and you gotta understand it. That's why
I'm
he
getting
took
paid.
it.
I'm not messing up my
no.
$25 million a year.
That's,
$100 million
I'm
deal.
not
I'm
saying
leaving
I
that
don't
alone.
agree
Okay,
with
bye.
y'all.
I know what you're saying, Bishop
I'm-
McCann, what he's saying.
I'll
But
give- right. I'll
I'm
give you
just
the
telling
Stephen-
you
Right, that's what
it
Stephen A.
was.
said, right?
Right. I'll
That's what
give you the
Stephen A. said.
Stephen A. perspective. Now, if you
I
ask me
get
what
you.
I think, oh yeah, they dumped down that behind.
Yeah,
They
They
definitely
dumped that
demoted
man
him.
down.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
They definitely did.
Just to humble him a little bit.
And
They
it
had-
was
You
a humble. It
You
definitely
getting
hit a
too big
nerve.
for your britches. You don't went after
because
LeBron.
that's
You doing all this
subsequent money.
other
That's not
stuff.
even
You got to know.
contractual money.
You got to
that,
go.
That contractual money is just from ESPN.
And he's still
That's
talking
not
about
from the
LeBron.
NBA.
You got
Because
to
just think
go.
about it. The
He's doing too
NBA
much.
money, the NBA's money, even though ESPN is now a partner of the NBA, that NBA money is different from his contractual money for ESPN. So you know that hurt him.
They don't got to
He
embarrass
said
the
today, I've been a contributor to the NBA for 35 years.
True.
And I said to myself, right. And they took you off, bro. So what is that saying? That
Yeah.
after 35 years, they decided, we're gonna go in a different direction.
Well,
You
we'll
were
see.
a man when it came to NBA on ESPN. But now they got Chuck, Shaq.
Right, they brought inside the NBA over.
It's
They brought NCAA
over.
the NBA over. You still
They
got
don't need
Kendrick
him.
Perkins.
They don't need him. They
You know,
absolutely do not need him.
They don't need him.
They
And
got
that's the
Malik
part
Willis.
that
Malik
bothers
Andrews.
him.
You will see
Malik Andrews, you got
you will see
Windhorst,
cameos
you got
on
Shams.
inside the NBA.
So-
I
And
guarantee
you got
that.
Shams. They don't need him,
He
and that's the
good.
part that's bothering him, not
Yo,
being
listen.
needed.
They're not gonna be without him when it comes to NBA analysts. Now, if they're smart, they'll send him on the road. They'll send him on the road for a game or two.
Well,
to
you know what
analyze
he's
them.
You'll see him
popping up
again
at.
come playoff time. You'll
Yeah.
see him
He's
again
been
come
popping
playoff.
up
Yeah.
on
Oh, because
NFL.
I was gonna say he did it last year. He was on the road.
He's
Yeah.
been popping up on NFL Countdown too. He's been showing up on NFL Countdown. So they're sticking him
In other
in the
places.
corner.
Right.
Yeah, we're not going to
understand?
totally. We're not
When
going to
it's not
totally
messing up
eviscerate
their
you
money.
from the countdown scene. But for now, let's let the NBA, let's let the inside the NBA take its rightful place. Let's let them get comfortable and get acclimated to ESPN, because I almost heard them a couple of times, even with their show. They almost made a couple of TNT blunders. You know what I'm saying? So it's still a growing process for everybody. And now they got Melo, they got Vince, they got T Mac, they got all those. They got real NBA guys.
That's the NBC
That's
team.
NBC. That's the
That's
NBC side of the house.
They're still partners. It doesn't matter. They're still
But
partners.
Stephen
with
A.
ESPN.
did. He started sniffing himself after that contract. It was over.
Yeah, absolutely. The book
Listen,
deal got him.
I actually appreciate the NBC pregame show.
I
Because
like the NBC
I
side.
like it too.
Because you
Better
get real,
than
you get
Jackie
real
Kennedy.
insight from real
T
players
Mac,
that have
Vince,
experienced
and Melo are still close enough to the game as
Right.
far as not being so far retired that they can really analyze the current
Relatable.
game
And they don't
without,
make it
without
personal.
making it a nostalgia thing. I think
Right.
that's
Yeah.
what happens with inside the NBA too often, because Shaq and Kenny and Chuck are so far removed from this generation of player that it becomes a butting of heads where it comes to analyzing. Because like, well, we
Yeah.
didn't do things this way.
And they
Where-
make it
Yeah.
personal.
The game
They,
has
they
evolved and
start.
the game has
They
changed.
definitely start comparing errors
Yeah,
every
and-
time.
But
every
you don't
time.
see that with Melo and with T Mac and with Vince. They just talk hoops.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you what's gonna be the telltale.
But to
when you know-
Melo's credit, Melo sticks to his truth of who he is as a player.
Absolutely.
And he can translate that
yeah.
to these players of this day and age, because they play exactly like him, but a little bit more finesse. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
for him to be able to analyze and give you insight on what's going on in the game per game speed, Melo was the best thing for NBC.
I agree with that.
This gonna be the telltale for Stephen A. Christmas Day.
Yeah, where will he be Christmas Day?
He'll be on the road.
No.
He'll be on the road.
He
Think
might
they're gonna
do
have-
well.
You think they're gonna have him working on the road Christmas Day?
He might be.
He'll be on the road.
He might
Christmas
be.
Day.
He
He'll be
was.
on-
Wait, where was he
He'll
last
be in
year?
LA.
He was
He'll
in.
be in LA Christmas
He was
Day.
in the studio.
He'll be in LA Christmas
Last
Day.
year he
he
was in
might-
studio. Yeah, last year he
He
was
was
in
might be
studio.
on the road.
in New York.
He might be on the road.
He'll be in LA Christmas Day. He likes LA. He says he likes Tinseltown. So he'll be
He
in
got a spot. He got a spot out there.
Yeah, he loves going to LA.
He'll be in Tinseltown for the evening game. I think the Lakers have the evening game usually on Christmas Day. So
We don't need no.
I think the Lakers are. I'll tell you right now.
Are they in
probably-
Denver?
Christmas Day, the Lakers are.
I think they play against the Warriors.
They're usually home. If they're not,
Lakers are home for the Rockets
Oh.
at 8:00. They've got the ABC game. They
Great.
got the
What's up with
primetime
this
ABC.
schedule?
He'll be right in
Stephen A.
Tinseltown.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That game right there is on ABC. We gonna know on Christmas Day.
Yeah, that's the
Lakers
ABC
and the
game.
Rockets on Christmas?
That's a great game.
LeBron,
That's a
KD?
great
LeBron KD on Christmas is good. That's good
That's,
TV.
good for
that's
basketball.
box office.
That's good TV.
That might be the last time you see them play against each other anyway.
Right. So that's good TV.
Nah, that's box office.
And you got
That's box
Timberwolves
office.
Nuggets following them at
Keisha,
10:30.
we got to come on, Keisha. We Laker fans. We got to come to the realization. It's time.
Bishop McCann said I'm not a Lakers fan.
It's time.
This is the first year
Don't
that
be trying to
ABC.
throw shade because I
This is the-
don't you dare.
This is the first year that
Don't
ABC.
be trying to throw shade. Don't
It was so good. It was so perfect.
It's time.
It was right on time.
Listen,
Bishop.
This is the first
LBJ.
year that ABC and ABC, well, Disney has all 5 games this year for Christmas Day.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Disney has all 5 games.
Wow.
So Steve-
$1 billion revenue.
Hold up. NFL though?
Not on Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Got
NFL is Thanksgiving.
Got it. Confused. Thank you.
Yeah, NFL is
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
Got it.
NFL Thanksgiving.
Billion
NFL
dollar,
owns Thanksgiving Day. That's
Okay.
Turkey Day.
And the
$1 billion
NBA
Okay.
owns Christmas Day.
Yes.
Okay. Because
Can
I remember there was some
can I
little
just be Mickey
situations
Mouse
last
for one
year.
day? $1 billion Disney, Mickey Mouse. Just let me be Mickey Mouse for one day.
Man, listen.
Hey, man. All
All
this money, they just
start
taking
off,
everybody money.
Let-
Mickey taking everybody money
Listen.
now. Mickey,
I could be
Cavaliers,
Mickey
Knicks
Mouse
at
for
noon.
5 minutes
Spurs,
and make
Thunder
money.
at
For
2:30.
5 minutes and
5
make
minutes.
a couple million.
5
Basically,
minutes.
Minnie and Mickey just
Yeah,
taking all the bread right
Cavaliers, Knicks at noon. Spurs, Thunder at 2:30. Mavericks, Warriors at 5. Rockets, Lakers at 8. Timberwolves, Nuggets at 10:30.
I hope Wemby is back by then. I hope he's
No,
back,
he's
'cause been
injured.
playing well.
Oh, you saying back by then?
By Christmas Day.
now. Yeah, he should be back by Christmas.
He should be. He has
We-
a groin
we were-
strain too, don't
We
he?
were.
Calf
Let me get
strain.
your thoughts on this, J Mac, before we shift gears to the WWE. We looked at the schedule, and for the first time in the history of this rivalry, the Knicks and Heat will be done before New Year's Day. They will have played each other all 4 times. The last game in their season series is December 21st.
It's this NBA Cup business.
That's what I
why.
said. That's what I knew you was gonna agree.
Yeah,
That the
it's
cup,
this-
the cup has ruined the schedule.
The Cup had this NBA Cup. I'm sorry. I still haven't gotten into it. Willie, Keisha, I've tried.
I don't care.
I've tried for the last few years to get into this NBA Cup. I don't care about a mid-season. Not even mid-season, because not even mid-season.
It's a beginning of the season tournament.
Yeah,
I don't
care
think
about
anybody
beginning
really
of the
had
season
care for
tournament.
it.
This is
I
not
just found it
college.
funny when the Lakers won the first one, but I don't think nobody really thinks of anything of it. I think it's kind of corny. I always said that in the beginning.
I mean,
Talking about the Emirates Cup? Talking about the
Yeah.
Emirates Cup?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't
I'm
know
over it.
if
I'm
they're.
over it.
I don't know if they thought
and
that
now
they would
you
be
messing
more
up the
entertaining.
schedule because
Yeah,
the Knicks
I'm
and the
over it.
Heat are supposed to be playing in April for playoff positioning.
Yeah, I don't know what the whole purpose of. What was the
want-
purpose of that? Did they say?
If
It's
Adam
one of
Silver-
the
if Adam
games was
Silver is
NBA
smart,
Cup.
if
The
Adam
first game
Silver-
they played in Miami was the NBA Cup.
That was the NBA Cup opener.
Yeah.
Adam Silver is as much as he wants to be business savvy. I'll pitch this to Adam Silver.
We need David Stern from the grave, Doc.
Somebody go dig up David Stern.
We need David Stern, Doc.
Because there's a lot
dig
of
up
things
David
that
Stern.
would.
moment. We need an old Lazarus moment, right?
There's
I'm
a lot
telling
of
you.
things that
Yo,
would not be
David
going
come
down in
forth.
the NBA right now. if
Oh
he
no,
was
David
here.
Stern was alive.
Adam
First of all,
Silver-
we wouldn't have
Adam
had this
Silver
betting
needs to get
scandal
with-
that we had if David Stern was still in
That's
charge
my
of the
point.
NBA.
That's my point.
Whoever's the FIBA world champion or international world champion in the league basketball in Europe,
Eurobasket.
they need to play the NBA champion. I want to see something like that. That would really,
a true world
a
championship.
True world championship.
A true world
I
championship.
mean, I think
game.
that was something that was tossed in the air at one point. Didn't they bring that up a while ago?
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, but
I'ma
David
tell you
Stern
right
cut
now.
it down because he figured the league wouldn't benefit.
Oh, okay. Because I know
He's
years
scared
ago
that
they
the
did
NBA
that.
champion would lose.
Would lose.
And and they would.
But it's more intriguing to find out. That's the problem.
Because-
When you
because-
looked at the Olympics game,
Because if you guys remember,
If
back
Steph
in
is able-
in Stern's era, in the preseason, every year there would be an NBA kind of challenge where they would send an NBA team to play the best teams in Europe during the preseason.
right.
And
it
those
was
games
the
started
NBA
getting
champions,
closer and
though. I was
closer.
about to say, yeah,
right, it was the
a couple of them
previous year's
almost got
NBA
cooked.
champion had to go to Europe and play the best teams in Europe,
Like
and they
Maccabi
started getting
Tel
close to
Aviv,
losing.
like Maccabi-
and Adam
Maccabi
Silver
Tel
took
Aviv
over and
used to
said,
always
"We're
get
not
teams
doing
that
this
they
no
should
more."
be scared of, right.
Adam Silver was like, "We're not doing it no more." Nope.
Man,
When
they
the Rockets
played
almost
for
when the
gold-
Rockets almost lost to Maccabi Tel Aviv
Yup.
back in '95.
In '95,
David
yep.
Stern was like, "Yo, hold on. This is not the team we played last year. No, they got better." So he was like, "Nah, we're gonna cut this loose. We coming back home and we're gonna play preseason games. and We're gonna get the season started."
Listen,
That's exactly what was
I'm gonna
happening.
tell you right now.
The
it's gonna be-
NBA
it's
makes
gonna be
too much
something when
money
they
to
go-
lose.
Gold medal when these gold medal games come up in 2027, 28. I don't know who America going to send. What the America team going to look like? You're not going to have no Curry. You're not going to have no LeBron. You're not going to have no KD.
But that's good. The team should
But
get.
who's going to replace them?
Listen, you got Cat.
That can
You got Jalen.
that can
You
play
got Anthony
that can
Edwards.
play
You got Cade
fundamentally
Cunningham. You
on
got
that
young
level.
guys, man. You got to let the young guys play, man.
Oh no, I don't disagree with you.
No, I
But
agree with you.
the gap has been closed so much amongst superstars because France is going to have Victor Wembanyama in his prime.
And Wemby has learned
Serbia is going to have
Jokic.
Jokic,
Jokic.
and Jovic from Miami, who is a problem. Low key, that kid's a problem.
And let's think about something. Team Canada is a complete
And
NBA squad.
Team Canada has got SGA, RJ Barrett, Fred Van Fleet,
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
They got everybody. They got everybody.
That's why I said, who is the NBA gonna put out there?
You heard Will talking about some Jalen.
Who?
You.
I sent Jalen Brunson to the
Oh, you talking about Jalen Brown? Okay, I got you.
No, I
Jalen
think
Brunson.
What Jalen you thought he was talking about?
Brown.
Not Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown?
He
Not
got me mad just now.
hairline. We're not sending hairline nowhere.
Yo, I think that's the internet. I don't think that's him.
We're not sending hairline
I
nowhere.
had to ask again.
Listen,
My man has dirtied up 5 jerseys.
the USA team.
Yo, you saw-
the Angelos have a lot
Yo,
of work to do.
when
Yo, you
Shaq go to
saw what
social
the quote
media
said?
and make you the Shaqton a fool on his social media because your hairline keep rubbing off on people's
It
jerseys.
started opening night with OG. It started
Look,
there.
Rick
Was
Ross
that-
said,
I don't
From
know. Was that real? Is that real?
Yes, that's not AI.
No,
that has
that's not
happened now.
AI, bro.
That has happened now 3 times in games.
3
Yes,
times
he
with
did.
his voice
Is it-
Three
crack.
times.
But you know some of y'all favorite preachers be having that too.
Yeah, but
No,
they ain't
they
rubbing
have
their
no-
heads on nobody.
But when they be up there sitting there with them towels, they don't know they missing
D-Lo,
a
tell
corner.
them we shine in our goal of it. We ain't spraying
They be
nothing
up
on
there
it.
wiping their heads with their
Listen.
towels and missing the whole hairline.
I just said,
Not a
listen,
corner,
I'm
Keisha,
just gonna
not
go.
a
corner.
I just decided to go gray gracefully.
That's
It's cool.
it. That's it.
Ain't no need to diet. It's going great.
Everybody
I'm
talking about,
fine.
fine.
why you
Really
put no
hard.
dye-
I'm
no,
comfortable. I'm a
Actually-
49-year-old man. I'm supposed to have a little
Actually,
of this. It's all right.
I started using this because I never dyed my beard before, but I started using this nice because it don't have that
The
outside.
connect.
It don't have that outside crayon line that they be having.
Looking like the Crayola people marked up
you see,
your face.
mine is natural, but
That's
the one
right.
they got that's that just for men.
That's the one that they get from the barbershop. Yeah.
Talking about
Yes.
the spray. Talking about the spray. They spray that on.
Yes.
The one they give- That's that spray Beijing. That's not the good stuff
I
right
did
there.
it one time. I said never again.
I never did it. I looked
I'm
at it.
so proud of you.
Because to me, it just looks fake. So I'm just like, yeah I'm not. No.
I
the
can
ones
see
you
if you
got,
trying
you
to
can see
connect
that
a little bit.
But
Get
they
you-
be
get you some-
purposely
get you
putting
some
that
beard
outline
Yeah,
balm
up here, that
on
big
the face.
for what? You
beard balm?
just
He's
putting
putting the-
dye on my face. Like what
Nah.
is that?
Get some beard balm and call it a day. Rub it in and let it grow. That's it.
Just leave your beard alone, man. It's
That's
all right.
it, man.
Or
Listen,
just shave it off. It's
Listen.
okay. Nobody don't want you no way. It's all right.
Maybe somebody want Jalen Brown. We don't know.
Bishop D'Lo, you know she's talking about somebody in particular, so you just stay away from this.
That's why I said Jalen Brown.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay on task.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
stay
stay
on
on task.
Jalen Brown.
Keisha,
I knew where she was
Keisha,
going. That's why I
stay
said
safe.
Jalen
We the
Brown.
same
Willie,
district. Stay safe,
don't
please.
pump her up because she ready.
We the same
she
district. I'm sorry.
She
This
is
my
ready to kick the
district.
door
So you
in.
gotta stay safe.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Doing double duty.
Yes, he just got out of a meeting with his fellowship, and now
Listen,
he's here with us.
Keisha in my district. She got to stay safe.
My bishop know me.
Too late for
Yeah,
that.
I mean-
It's too late. It's
My
already
bishop
too
know
late.
me.
FAW
That's why he know.
update.
My bishop
FAW.
love me and
Well,
he know
listen,
me.
Lent is coming up. We could put it on the prayer list.
We gonna put it on the prayer list for Lent.
Yeah.
Tell
Lent
her
is
Advent
com- Lent
coming
is
up.
coming up.
We put
Write
Keisha
my
on the prayer
name
list for
down.
Lent. Yes.
Write my name down.
We gonna give you a couple of lines on the prayer line.
Right.
But see, they got the
I'll tell
Lenten
you.
fast, and then we got the beginning of the year fast. We'll put you on both.
On both.
I need a double
Beginning
dose.
of the
Yeah,
year consecration.
I was about to say I'm considering a 40-day consecration at the beginning of the year. I
One
think I may have to
baptism,
do it
but
just for
many
Keisha.
fillings.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
Lord.
Give me all the
I may have
feelings.
to.
All the feelings. Give me.
So that means Thanksgiving you going in now.
Oh, I'm going all the way in. But yeah, I'm talking about it. But yeah, I used to do it, and I'm kind of feeling impressed to go back to it,
To consecration?
to a 40-day consecration to start the year.
Yeah, both be doing the 20-day now. They do the
It's-
21.
It's
21
it's
years.
relax, Keisha. It's 37 days of consecration, and
Jesus,
days 38,
that made
39,
me
and
jump
40.
just
The
doing
last
that.
3 days
It's
are a
40
full out.
days.
The last 3 days are a full out fast.
So no, I was gonna say that I remember when we do our the beginning of the year consecration, it kind of starts off that way. Like the first couple of days, no, the first week or two, I will say it's not bad like that, and then after a while, it starts to go to no food, no.
Oh no, during mine, I removed something else from the menu weekly.
Correct,
We,
same,
we we
same,
removed something else, and then the last 3 days is an all out fast.
same. But yo, so WWE.
Shifting gears to what I felt, in my opinion, was probably the one of the it probably, if not the best, it's the top two Raw of the year last night. Where we saw the final, and it had to be. It was Madison Square Garden. It was Cena's last time in the Garden, so it had to be special. And so, while I am very upset that Dom declined the rematch, you know, I mean, I kind of didn't. I almost, I didn't know what to think, to be honest with you, because I thought he was gonna accept it. I'm like, oh, is this they're gonna put it back on him this week? But when Dom said no, I want to do it in my city, I'm like, oh, okay, so we're gonna take it to War Games. All right, that's fine. I can live with that. The six-man tag match was with them in the Judgment Day was excellent. I did see some people online that were like, oh, his last time at Madison Square Garden, and they put him in a six-man tag match with the Judgment Day. Yes. Working with people he's never really worked with before. That's
right.
what he wanted to do going out. Are y'all paying attention or
Right,
what?
never worked with JD. Never worked with
With Finn. Like,
never worked with them.
I don't understand why the IWC doesn't get it.
And
The
they made it,
IWC just wants to complain about everything.
and they made it a nostalgia match, which is what
Right.
it was supposed
Yeah.
to be.
Generations coming together.
Yeah,
That's right.
greatest hits.
You got Rey
everybody doing the
Mysterio in there to beat up
five-knuckle
his son a little
shuffle.
bit, which is always fun to
Yeah.
watch. Sheamus is as the big brute. To match with Finn, the two guys from the same country.
But I
So
must say, this is one of the greatest retirement tours I've seen in WWE, next to Ultimate.
I was gonna say that too.
listen,
Well,
One of the
the
greatest.
the
I
only
must
thing
say.
I
the
was
only
gonna
thing they
say
got
that
wrong was the
too.
heel turn.
That's
Other than
it.
that, it was great.
I
Well, that
think
was-
for me
This
that was
retirement
a
tour is
culmination of something that I never
phenomenal.
thought was going to happen, and that was, for me, that was great because it created a different narrative for Cena that we've never seen before.
That's true.
And, he
And I
switched
think
it back.
all of us knew he wasn't going to retire a heel.
Right,
I think
absolutely.
we all knew
and
that.
And we all knew that because
I
that
didn't
would
think
not
that.
would not be the WWE way. That would not be the way Paul.
Yeah, Sam, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute.
WWE, and we talked about this, is not a heel company.
No.
Correct.
WWE is a babyface
It's a
company.
babyface company.
Right,
Agreed.
baby.
What you mean by that? School me.
Back in the day, NWA
Heel company.
was a heel company.
Heel
Ric
company,
Flair.
definitely.
Okay.
Four Horsemen.
The
Heel company.
meaning the company revolved around the placement of heels.
Right,
At
the top of the card.
WCW, right?
Okay.
WCW. It was a heel. Even when Hogan came, he became the champ. But what did eventually he do?
He
turned
became the
heel.
third man. He
Turned
became
heel.
a heel.
It was a heel. It's a heel company. But it
Okay.
was the heels
They
at the
always
top of the
wanted
card.
that. They always wanted
NWO,
that. What
Kevin
if?
Nash,
in
Scott
NWO.
Hall, Macho Man. They made all those guys heels.
Sting.
Okay.
In the WWE, the heels are there to make the faces look good.
That's right.
Oh, I got you.
And WWE that's why Roman, I hate to say it, that's why Roman's title reign was so unique because they never let a
heel hold the
heel
championship for 4 years.
held the championship for 4 years.
You would never see
Had
that.
never happened in WWE.
And one of
Oh,
the
so
best,
that was
one of the best
all
heels
about
of all time.
business.
Yeah, that was all business,
One of the
All
best
business.
heels of all time.
and it was brilliantly done.
Yeah.
Ah.
But this is what we've always talked about. J Mac,
Because-
D'Lo, all of us have always talked about this. Eventually, they will have no other choice but to turn Cody into a heel because then the business will
Cody's already
skyrocket.
doing heel things.
He's already doing heel things right now. Like he's fighting everybody. He doesn't care. So now,
How do you know when somebody's already doing heel thing?
he fought CM Punk like 3 times. That never happened.
Okay. So
But
you talking about
heels.
stuff like that?
Okay,
Okay,
so from a wrestling psychology standpoint, Keisha, and for those of you who are out there
cool,
listening, there
cool. Yeah.
there is a way that there's a certain way that baby faces work. There's a certain way that heels work in the ring, and so when you watch Cody, especially of late, since he got the championship back. A lot more of the things that he's doing, he's showing more heel tendencies.
Right.
And because
Okay.
I see what they're doing, they're slowly doing it because they want to see how the audience is going to respond to that eventual turn.
Right.
That's what this is. It's all a setup.
Gotcha.
So it's little things here or there. It's him winning a match by DDTing somebody onto the championship. Now, granted, the actual heel brought the belt into
Right.
the ring, but in the old school, the babyface would have kicked the belt out of the ring, not actually use it to win the championship.
But I'll
Babyface
give you one-
babyface
I'll
takes
give you one
less
better.
risks. Heels
I'll
take
give
more
you one
risks.
better. Back months ago, when he fought Kevin Owens and DDT'd him
Oh man, that
on the
was
ladder.
woo!
Cherry bombed him on the ladder. Was
I
it?
still have no idea how
they
Kevin
thought
Owens
Kevin Owens was dead.
Yes.
They thought that man was dead.
that was straight heel.
That was straight
that was
heel.
100% heel.
Babyface wouldn't have done that. Let's think about when Cena
And the crowd
Cody
popped
fought at
crazy for
WrestleMania.
it.
Cena was basically begging Cody to hit me with the belt, hit me with it, and he didn't pull the
And
trigger.
he wouldn't do it. Yep.
And Cena kicked him in the ding ding
In the gonads.
in the gonads, and that was it.
So yeah, he's slowly turning, but I can see this going another year before he actually does it, or at least another half a year.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
don't see him
I think he
turning
turns
that
at Mania. I think he
Huh?
turns at Mania. I think he turns at Mania.
They're
If-
trying to make Roman a babyface, but he's not having it.
Well,
Roman is a tweener.
the Roman is the new Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He's a
Right.
tweener.
Right.
He
He's in
is the
between. Right. He's in
perfect.
between.
Because
Yeah.
remember, Stone Cold was the perfect tweener.
Right.
He was.
And Roman is a tweener. He's
That
a
Yeah.
means
tweener.
at any given moment you can get stunned. It doesn't matter who you
It
are.
doesn't matter who you are.
It doesn't matter who you
We
are.
we could have just drank a Steve Weiser together.
Bang. He stunned Goldberg. You know it was different.
Roman and CM Punk gotta have a date together.
I agree with that. At some point.
They have to.
I don't
They have
think-
to
I
do
don't
it.
think-
I
I
don't
don't
know
think they're
how
gonna-
you do it because
Right. That's the
They're
difficulty.
both Heyman guys. I don't think they're gonna let that happen. I don't think Heyman's gonna.
now, but no, Punk, remember, Punk is over. You can't make him a heel if you try.
Right.
Roman, you can't make him a heel if you try.
Right, not a straight heel, no.
No, he's a tweener.
But I know who's gonna become the ultimate heel, and nobody sees it coming. Jey
Who?
Uso.
We thought it was supposed to be like 2 weeks ago.
Jey Uso
I
gonna
think they
be a
pulled the- I
heel,
think
bro.
they pulled
He's
the
going
plug on
back.
that.
I
He's
think
going
so
back.
too, Bishop. I
Nah,
think
they
at the
pulled the plug
last
on
minute
it.
they must have
Nah,
pulled the plug.
nah.
They must
Nah,
have
they-
switched
Did
up.
you see his
He's not
comment? Did
even-
you see his comment when he lost the world championship at Saturday Night's Main Event?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
but
get it,
he-
WWE F y'all. So I think for the simple fact
Yeah.
that he has to have that extra edge on him. Because remember when they were world champions, him and Jimmy, there was nothing that he would not do. Now that he's got this yeet following going on, he's tended to pull back, and he's starting to feel like, look, I did this for the audience, I did this for the WWE universe, but now I'm starting to lose what I was doing when I was a champion. So
But
he's
George
gonna
made a
turn.
good point. George made a
I think
good
he's
point.
gonna turn on Cody. I think that's
Jo-
gonna create a whole domino effect.
I don't think so. George made a good point that made me think about it, but I don't think they want to lose that money because of the
That's
fact
what
those
I'm saying.
kids.
That
I
yeet
don't think they
movement
want to
is
lose that money because those
money.
kids look towards that yeet. Do you see how they react when they see him come down them steps and he picks those kids up and he does the yeet? That's
That's
a
That's
huge.
why I was
The
saying.
yeet
That's
got him into the
money.
Slim Jim
Boy,
commercials.
I think
That-
He
I
doing
think
Minute
Willie-
Maid commercials with Cody
Money.
and with Bianca.
Willie,
Will,
you were
that's
right.
money.
I think you were right that they were on the track of doing it, but I think that Seth Rollins deal changed everything.
Sharon, it did.
think
I
it
agree with
changed-
Bishop. I did.
I think it changed
do.
everything. You gotta leave Jey Uso in place now.
Yeah.
You gotta leave him
He
there.
making too much money
well,
with
and-
this.
And
well,
that's why.
I mean,
hold on,
I
hold on.
get you.
And that way, let me say this. And that's why, if you notice, They're slowly putting him back into a tag team. He's
Yep.
not a singles match guy anymore. He's
Yep.
not. He came down to the Yee song with his brother yesterday.
Yep.
which
Cause
was
I even
surprising
thought at
because
one point he
that was
was.
surprising.
I thought that he was gonna turn on his brother at one point
Well, Dino
because
said
of.
something months ago about Jay because when you're hot, you're hot, and when the company is trying to literally give you the keys to the car, you got to stick it in. You got to put the key in the ignition, and you got to drive.
He blew
I don't
it.
think he don't know how to do that, and I
He
heard
blew
that
it.
started seeing it.
He
Well, that's
absolutely
why
we
he
were
didn't have the
sitting
title for too long.
Willie, we were sitting in your house watching Mania, and
Yeah.
we were
He
like,
can't
yo,
hold it.
this dude is the hottest thing in the WWE.
and they strapped the rocket to him.
Yeah,
And they put the
Yeah.
rocket on him.
yeah,
He couldn't
And
come through.
He couldn't come through.
Triple H told him, "Listen, we about to strap the rocket on you."
Right,
He
like
said
what's
it.
up? Are you ready for that?
Did you see that
couldn't do
documentary?
it.
What's the name
Yeah,
of that
yeah, yeah.
documentary?
Unreal,
D-Lo?
yeah, unreal.
Unreal.
Unreal. In Unreal, he says it to him.
Yeah.
We're putting the rocket on you.
And I
But he
think
couldn't-
that
Yeah.
right there was too much pressure
It
It
was too much for him.
You could tell.
because like that, I don't care what your family tree comes from. That ain't the Rock. That
Nah,
ain't
Ra-
Rocky
he ain't
Johnson.
Reigns.
That ain't the
But
Rock
I-
Owens. That ain't them.
And
I
most
do
of his life,
believe he
he's been with
wanted
his
that
brother.
though.
Right.
I do
Most
believe
of
he
his life,
wanted that.
he was able to lean on his brother.
All of his life.
All
really.
of his life. They
Did he
always-
want it? Keisha,
right.
you're right. He did want
I
it.
did. I think
just
he
think he
wanted
didn't know
something
how
to
to handle
prove. Yes.
He didn't
I
know how
think
to
he
handle it.
wanted to prove it, but unfortunately, it fell through the traps.
Nah,
Like
it fell
it just
through the
didn't
traps.
work.
Didn't
It just
work.
didn't
Agreed.
work.
Agreed.
But it's okay because you still got the tag team division that you can dominate, and
You could prove in
they're
that.
masters of that. And they're
You
masters
could
of that.
prove in that. Yeah,
Well,
you
what
could
I
prove in
think
that.
what I think is going to happen, they're going to start using them to put other teams over. That's the problem now. You don't want to be in that role.
You're the jobber. You become the jobber.
That's what's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
They get ready to start putting people over.
I
as a tag
think
team.
they'll defect before they allow that to happen to themselves. I think
Nah,
Where
they,
the heck
they ain't
did
leaving.
Gunther come
They ain't
from?
losing. They ain't leaving the E. They ain't leaving the E.
Because they ain't going to AEW.
No, they ain't leaving the E.
And
they
and
getting
and,
paid
and,
too
and,
much
and,
money.
I hate to say this, but and
And
I
their
think J Mac
company's
will
on the
appreciate what
board.
I'm
They
going to
not
say.
going nowhere.
The Usos are a WWE construct.
True.
Right.
They're not the Hardys.
Right.
They don't have that Indies cachet, so they're not going anywhere.
And
This is
their
my thing.
cousin is on
You
the
know, they
board.
remind me. They are for me. This is just my opinion. The Usos are the British Bulldogs and the Hart Foundation combined because they were lifers. You understand what I'm saying? Those tag teams that were dominant for the 80s, the late 70s and early 80s. Hart Foundation, British Bulldogs, Killer Bees. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I think it was
The
Jumping
Rougeaus,
Jim Brunson.
the Rougeaus.
Jumpin' Jim
The
Brunzell.
Rougeaus. Yeah. Those were the lifer tag teams. The Strike Force with the Martel and Tito Santana. Those were
The Young Stallions,
the Young
Paul
Stallions.
Roma, Jim Powers.
Yep.
They had
Those were lifers.
WWE had a tag team division.
those were
back
lifers.
then,
Those
bro.
that they had a tag team division.
Yeah.
Yo, they had
And
a
for
tag
them to-
division.
And for them to still be relevant, and like I said, I would hate to see them become the jobbers and trying to upspring and springboard other tag teams into the forefront.
I feel like they're still young
I don't
enough
see
where
anybody
they
worthy of that yet.
they're
But I'ma
still
tell
young
you-
enough to where
I'ma
they can
tell you
have
why I
another
think
run.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I think that's gonna happen. It's because of that long title reign that they had. It was that long title reign, and just like Roman, they're not putting the title back on. Roman is taking losses. Roman, they got to show that Roman is not invincible, and they're gonna do that with the Usos too. You give them that long title run, now you got to show that they're able to be beat. They're not gonna let them go
you're saying they're
undefeated
never.
like
So
that.
you're saying they're never going to strap the titles back on them.
Well,
I won't say never, but it's not gonna be anytime soon.
the thing with Roman though, Roman is also invincible at this point in terms of
He's Teflon.
he can
You don't have to-
Teflon.
you don't have to have a title to be-
he doesn't have to have a title. He can take losses. He's untouchable at this point.
Because
Roman is
they're-
going to be Roman no matter what happens.
Right, because
Agreed.
the company was on his back for a good 5-year, 6-year stretch.
Yeah.
Unstoppable.
And quite as
Longer
kept,
than that.
still is.
I was
Lord,
about to say
yeah.
it still
It
is. Don't you
still
think?
is.
He got
Don't you
over the
think?
last 5
Yeah.
years.
As a
But they were
part-timer.
pushing him for 10 years.
Right.
Listen, that whole OTC one thing is if I was Cody Rhodes, I'd be pissed off at that. Just simply because we all know Triple H has been trying to push Cody as QB1 for the WWE, but everybody knows this is still Roman's company.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still
Roman can
Roman's
go away for
company.
2 months and come back and
And
Yeah,
people
how
go
many
wild.
comebacks
And people go
does
do
wild.
whatever
WWE
he
get
wants.
in a year?
In a year.
Wild.
That man, his music hit last night, and it's the end
Garden
of the
lost.
night,
The
the
Garden lost.
loudest pop
Garden.
of the night
In the garden.
in the garden.
In the garden. Let's not forget
Again, not advertised. Nobody knew he was gonna be there. They didn't know Lesnar
Right.
was going. But you saw it because once Lesnar's music hit, the buzz came. Like, is the OTC
You
here
see
too?
back
They
there
started
too, right?
chanting his
Way.
name.
Yep, exactly.
They said that
Exactly.
screamed
immediately
in my house?
Once Brock went into the ring, the OTC chant started.
Exactly. So
I couldn't believe how
it's
loud I
still
was.
Roman's company, and mind you, Cody Rhodes had just come out a few minutes earlier.
Yeah, he just got suplexed out of there.
I had to
It's
ask
still
Jay to
co- it's
forgive me
still
because I was
Roman's
more
company.
loud with Roman than Jay was.
I think it's Roman and CM Punk. Those are your two top guys.
Yeah.
Roman and CM Punk. Because
Ooh,
CM
CM
Punk can do no wrong.
CM
That
and
dude,
Punk is a fine older man. You hear me?
they love CM
Listen,
Punk.
AJ Lee crazy. You better stop.
She
Oh, did you
was. She
see-
was good
And-
last
and-
night.
and crazy is her superpower.
Women's IC champ last night.
She was
Yeah,
good
I'm
last
getting
She
ready
won.
to
night.
She
go
won the
there
shot. She
next.
won the IC champ last night. I missed it.
Kudos to Becky Lynch.
Yeah, Becky
The
lost.
payoff of her feud with Maxine Dupree was fantastic.
Yo, flat butt Becky did good. I gotta give it to her.
Becky made a woman who was regarded as nothing
I
more
gotta
than
give
a
it to flat
valet.
butt Becky.
Becky turned Maxine Dupree into a WWE superstar.
She really did.
Yep.
She made her look good.
She did make her look-
She turned Maxine Dupree
And
into a
that
superstar.
was the match I was looking for with you know who? What's her name?
AJ?
AJ.
No, the match with what's a Jade.
Oh, Jay Cargill.
But you're not gonna get that
That
because
is what I was
Jade
looking
on
for.
SmackDown.
I was
no,
looking
she's.
for.
I understand what Keisha's saying, because Keisha's saying from a style standpoint. But you got to remember, Maxine, it was not regarded as a wrestler. Jade was brought in to be what she is right now.
A heavy.
They messed up initially with Jade, pairing
That's right.
pairing her with Bianca and trying to make her a babyface. What Jade is now is what she was always supposed to be.
Even in AEW, she was that. Even
She's
though she
supposed to be
wasn't as polished as far as skill wise.
Right.
I
But
went back and
she's
watching
supposed
that
to be a
match,
monster
it's still
heel.
Trash
But
to
y'all
me.
gotta
I really don't.
Y'all got to realize this. There was a space created for her to become a heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When what's the name went out and had the baby.
Yeah.
Proceed
Naomi.
with caution.
Yeah. Yep. But this is the thing.
Trinity
This is the
fought too.
thing.
When
So,
she
so,
left,
so we have Jimmy Uso to thank for Jade becoming a heel.
Right. But this is the thing. Remember,
Thank you, Jimmy.
her
Shooting up the
skill-
club.
her
Good
skill-
job.
her
Shooting it
skill-
up.
Her skill set held her back about a year or two.
Agreed.
She still
Because-
needs skills.
she still
Remember,
need
Triple
work.
H said I had to
She
go in.
still
I had to
needs
go in.
skills.
He
That's
said
my
had
point
to
I was trying to
remodel
make
this
also
whole
to
machine
D-Lo.
of Jade Cargill. I had to remodel it, even though it had push when she came from AEW.
Oh, but she was green.
Right.
Absolutely. She was green.
Yeah, but once she came and she had to go to the training center.
What's up,
She had to
George?
go through the whole thing. She had to go through the whole revamp.
I
So now she is what
just
she's
talked
supposed to
about you, fake prophet. I just talked about you.
Fake profit. She absolutely
How
is what she's
about
supposed to
Lash? How about Lash Legend coming up?
be. And now I like Lash and Nia together.
I love
I
that.
like this. I like this a lot.
I love it.
Big girls rock.
Yo, I love
And
Lash
now this is a
Legend
way to
and
get
Nia
Lash
Jax.
over, because they can go and dominate the women's tag division.
Yeah.
Because I think they setting the Kabuki Warriors up. Because I
Oh.
think eventually they're gonna go for them tag titles.
I agree. I agree.
I think they setting them up.
Them Kabukis ain't gonna have them passive Survivor Series. That's over.
I'm looking forward to War Games. I actually am looking
War
forward
Games,
to War
I'm
Games.
looking forward to it. These are two great teams. I have to admit that Paul Heyman team. I might have to put them as the top two War Games team ever. I have to
Well,
put that
Paul said last night that they're the greatest assembly ever.
I might have to agree. Even I don't know if I put them above the Four Horsemen.
No,
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
put
do
them
that. Not
above the
above the
Four
Horsemen.
Horsemen.
They have to let that Vision get some gold. They gotta.
Well, remember,
I don't care if they let them all get gold. They all gotta get gold in order for that Vision narrative to work for them.
the only one that's going to get gold is
Braun Breaker.
The only one they're going to get is the world title because remember,
You got
Braun
to
Breaker
give
was already IC champ.
you got to give Tsunami a belt.
I agree, George. I think Heyman. I think the Vision is going to win. My
The
question
Vision is going over.
My question is, who's eating the pin?
I think CM Punk eats it.
Really? Wow.
Either Punk or Roman, and that's going to cause the beef between them.
I think Roman eats the pin.
It's going to be Roman or Punk because both of them are Teflon.
I think Roman eats the pin only because CM Punk has the title right now.
It's not going to be
I was going to
Cody
say
for
that
sure.
too.
And
Yeah, it's not gonna be
the
Cody.
Usos.
George says it's gonna be Jay or Jimmy. No, I don't think Jay or Jimmy
They're
Jimmy
gonna be
don't
knocked
move
out
the
early.
needle.
Nah, I think it's going to be Roman.
They don't move the needle. I
No,
think
they're
Roman
gonna-
eats the
I
pin.
think Roman.
Yeah.
Jay and Jimmy are going to be knocked out early. They're not going to be in the.
And while Punk himself is Teflon, but he hasn't been champion long enough to eat the pin.
That's
You're
right.
not gonna let Cody eat the pin because he's your QB1, but we know Roman is Teflon. Roman can eat the pin and not lose anything.
Yeah, I could see Roman.
Yeah, that's why I said either Roman or Punk. It's not going to be nobody else but those two.
Yo,
And
yes.
it might
Last,
be Roman, and Roman blames Punk for getting pinned.
That
last
could be.
night was just so fire. I went back and watched. That's
Me
how
too.
good it
I did
was.
too.
The only thing that's
watched it
gonna
again today. I did.
that's gonna suck about the pay-per-view is that we got to watch it on ESPN Plus.
I'm telling you, I was so mad with that WrestlePalooza. I was so mad with
Oh,
that.
WrestlePalooza was awful.
Oh, my
Awful.
God.
It was a glorified Velocity. It wasn't even a SmackDown. It was a Velocity.
It's so bad that
you know it's gotta
get
be
rid of
bad
three
when I'm
carriers
calling
to
it a
get
show
one.
we ain't seen in 10 years.
We get better Crown Jewel shows than we get for that WrestlePalooza. Crown Jewel is better than that.
And since we're on that subject, I gotta take it to the business side. Somebody's gotta grab TKO's CEO and just tell him to stop talking.
Yeah.
Because well, now Keisha, because you clearly haven't heard. Now he's saying that he needs the WWE to start moving away from Vince McMahon created PLEs.
Yes. And what's he going to listen? I don't know
What was
what
the
that
purpose
means.
of that statement?
I don't know
Yes,
what
Nick Nemeth.
I don't know what that means, but I don't like the sound of it.
What is he trying to say?
What he's trying to say is they're looking to create. He wants the E to create newer pay-per-views in terms of names, image, likenesses to appeal to another generation. He did clarify later, well, the WWE clarified later that
Right.
that did
Say
not
it
apply
correct.
to the Big Four.
Because he didn't say
He didn't say it.
Because that's never
WWE
changing.
The WWE clarified later that did not apply to the Big Four. Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series will never change.
Never.
Those are the flagships. But as far as the other 8 PLEs during the course of the year, they like to see them go in different directions. But if you recall,
They're not changing Money in the Bank.
but
That's out.
actually, this is a little known thing. Triple H has actually been talking about doing away with Money in the Bank because he's never
And
been a
I
fan
agree
of it.
with it. I agree with
He's
it.
never been a fan of it.
Really?
Yes.
I agree with
There
you.
is a
I
groundswell
wanna
to
get
just
rid of it.
eliminate
I don't
Money
like
in the
it.
Bank.
I
Why
don't
not,
like it.
Bishop McCann?
No, I don't like it. I never
Why?
liked it.
I don't have a problem with the concept of Money in the Bank.
I don't think
I
there's
have
wrong with the
I have a problem
concept.
with the execution of Money in the Bank.
That's what I'm saying. I think if we're going to execute it, it should be a straight up match.
Yes.
When you
Yes.
get to it.
Yes.
Not
I
you
absolutely
to
agree.
Sneak me and pin
Right.
me. I don't like that.
Not these random cash-ins out of nowhere
Like
after
they did
somebody's
with
beaten.
CM Men Punk.
Like-
they did with CM
No,
Men Punk
I
at
couldn't
that
say I hated it. You
Like-
And
hated
Steph
it.
came in
Like-
there.
You didn't like
If we're
it
gonna
either.
do the quote
I
unquote
did.
cash in
Right.
after somebody just has a big match, that's fine. But you come out with the briefcase and say, "Okay, I'm cashing in next week on Raw."
Right. Let it be a straight up match with the money in the bank. Not you
No,
can just get pinned anywhere,
George said money in the
anytime.
I love the pay per view, but
no.
we're talking about the
I
concept of
think,
money in the
I
bank
think,
as being the part of the storyline.
I
I
think.
have no problem. I love a good ladder match. I'm with it.
I don't.
I have no
no,
problem with the money in the
agree
bank
with,
match.
I agree with one thing, but I don't think they should have the opportunity to just cash in whenever they want.
Agreed.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't like
that's what
that.
we're saying.
I
We
think.
don't like it.
I think it should be. This is your guaranteed contract.
Right.
Money in the Bank, WrestleMania. You have to pick a major four. Out of the four major
Okay.
events, you have to pick one,
Oh, that's
and that's your
different.
shot. That's
You
your
gotta
one
you
and
gotta
only
do it at
shot.
one of the big four.
You got to
Okay.
do it one of the big four.
Well, I
That's
won't even say,
different.
no, I would tweak it a little bit.
Okay.
I wouldn't let them be able to pick Mania because remember the Royal Rumble already decides one of those slots. So if you do that, you're going to pigeonhole that champion, that contract holder, to automatically have to face the other champion if they pick Mania.
It doesn't matter, but let's think about something else too, because you can switch that narrative so easily. Because if you have a guaranteed slot at Mania and you have a champion at Mania, you have a three-way at Mania. No matter who's the champion,
But what I want to be in
fatal
a three-way for the
doesn't matter. There's a
See, I don't know
guaranteed
if I
champ.
want to be in a three-way as
There's
the
a guaranteed
challenger.
champ. There's a guaranteed Royal Rumble winner, and there's a guaranteed Money in the
I've
Bank.
never. I'll be honest. I've never liked triple threat main events at Mania for
I
titles.
hate triple threat for the title. Oh my God.
George says cash-ins are some of the best moments in WWE history. And, I mean, they're. I can understand
After a
that
guy has
sentiment,
been decimated for
but
45,
right,
50
Nick-
minutes,
right.
that's whack.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Willie. That's the way
that's
I'm
not.
saying it.
I
That's
understand the thought
I see it.
process, but
I want to cash into a guy that's fresh standing in front of me saying, let's go ahead and let's settle this.
Like the cash in when Cena got cashed in by Edge. I couldn't. That was one of the worst cash ins. I hated that cash in. Cena is bloody.
Nope.
They
Big
lifted
E-
the
Big
cage
E-
up.
Seth Rollins cash in this year was the worst cash in ever.
What's the
in my opinion.
worst?
The worst.
Next to Big
The
E
worst.
doing Bobby Lashley. That was the worst too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was
That was
absolutely
Yeah,
horrible.
terrible.
I'm like, man, I don't
Flashback.
like it.
I agree.
I think it's past its time. I think it served its purpose. I think it's past its time. We let's do something else.
But and Triple H is in favor of that. J Mac, just so you know, he's in favor of moving on from Money in the Bank. But also if you're gonna bring back King in the Ring, you got to bring back the prestige of it again as well.
The crown and the chair.
You got to bring back the crown, the chair, and I like the idea of guaranteeing a title shot for King in the Ring. So
They
you
used to do
so
that.
and you can replace Money in the Bank with that, with the King in the Ring tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You can replace the money.
King of the Ring used to be one of my favorite pay-per-views. Used to be one of my
King of the Ring,
favorites.
King of the Ring
Okay.
tournament or King of the Ring Battle Royal?
King of the Ring tournament.
Naomi's cash in, George, was a big pop because we all love Trinity, and we all felt like she deserved her moment.
And she wasn't going to get it no other way but through Money in the Bank. Let's just be honest here. She wasn't getting it any other way.
Mm-hmm.
She had to do it, like Willie said, on a sneak pin. That was the only way they was going to do that for her. They was not going to let her beat anybody straight up for that title, which I didn't agree with, but they didn't have enough faith in her to win that title straight up in a match.
And it also limits what you can do, because if you continue to do it the sneaky way, your Money in the Bank winner can only be a heel.
Right.
Right.
I mean, they did it with Big E. Big E was a face when he cashed in.
Yeah, that's the one time that they did it.
Was he
No,
a baby
one
face?
time.
Well, but he was with the New Day, so he was kind of a baby face a little bit. He wasn't.
And when
Yeah.
Cena did it the way we said. Cena said, "I'm not gonna come behind you.
Right, I'm not sneaking nobody. Right.
I want this match next week." He's
Right.
the only one that's ever done it that way.
That's why-
What we
that's why he's
feel
the
is the
GOAT.
right way.
That's why he's the GOAT.
And I'm in total agreement with that. That if you're gonna keep Money in the Bank, I think you do need to pivot to that way of doing things. But yes, the chairman of TKO is on record saying that it's time to move away from the Vince McMahon created.
How about this? Remember when we found
George
out
says Big E was a great moment. Again, we're not saying that there aren't those moments with these huge
it's
pops.
past. It's time is past. To me, I feel the time is past.
Because the sneaky stuff does get old after a while.
Yeah.
Memphis Grizzlies
Oh.
lead to San Antonio Spurs 87-86, 11:37 in the fourth quarter.
Who's that?
Memphis
Memphis.
Grizzlies. Memphis up on San Antonio 87-86, 11:36.
I will say it was a very close.
Y'all know Ja trying to get traded, right? Y'all do know.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
we clear on that.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely.
Y'all know who?
Ja Morant is trying
Oh,
to get traded.
Oh
I had
yeah.
to help. I had to help your boy
What
Jason Hendrickson the other
what
day.
what's false,
Come
George?
over to Miami.
I had to help your boy Jason Hendrickson the other day because he put up a post about Boston beating them, and I said I normally let you have. I normally let you have.
Ja
your
didn't
moment.
even play.
And that's what I said. I said, I normally let you have your moment. I said, but FYI, John's trying to get traded.
Ja, listen, they blew the team up. Ja not trying to stay there. He out of there.
And his skill set is not fitting in the NBA scheme of things anymore. He's not a jump shooter. And
Maybe it's not fitting
But
with them.
wait. Let's stop right there.
Maybe he needs
That's
a
his
coach
own
like Spo.
fault. That's his own fault.
Absolutely.
It's his own fault.
No.
No, he'd rather play with guns than get in the gym and work on his jump shot.
D-Lo.
John Morant. I'm going there. John Morant annoys me to no end because he is an otherworldly talent. He has all of the gifts in the world as a basketball player. He just simply has to have the right mindset and work on a few things. And you would rather be stupid. You would rather run around and try to be a gun, try to be a thug.
But Bishop, and that's I'm glad Willie jumped in and said what he said. It's his fault. Because if you even look at the NBA offense,
Hendrickson should not be allowed to talk basketball this year. I agree.
In his life.
Who said that?
George said Hendrickson should not be allowed to talk basketball.
I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole.
Ever in his life.
I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. But what I was saying, what Willie was saying is, and this goes to my point that I was making, the NBA is even moving away from pick and roll offense, which helped him get to the rim. Now it's becoming more Carmelo Anthony-ish. Trying to get to the rim yourself. Ja doesn't, if they block the lane, Ja don't have a pull-up. He don't have a jump shot.
I agree, George. I think we all agree on that. He says Ja is the jumper away from averaging 28 a game.
But that's
you're right.
the point.
But he won't work on it.
That's the point.
He won't work on it.
That's what me and Willie are saying. He's not working on his game.
But I honestly think it has a lot to do with, like y'all said, about the mentality. Because he even spoke about him. He spoke about so much going on in Memphis. I think Memphis should not be in Memphis. That's just me personally.
Oh, well, everybody has dogged Memphis as a city.
There is talk.
Have you seen how it looks outside the arena? Like 2 or 3 blocks away.
Oh yeah, it's
Bishop McCann. I got family out there. Let me just express to you.
Right, it's like going past the Strat in Vegas.
We don't even.
Like, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
If my mother has to use the bathroom,
you go past the Strat, it's a whole different world.
If my mother has to use the bathroom, we be like, hold it. Wait till we get to my aunt's house. Hold it, okay? Like, can you? Because it is wild.
Memphis like downtown Baltimore.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Why? But I honestly think that Ja be out there with the Memphis dudes. That's what I feel.
That's possible.
This is a problem. When you make a young guy the franchise cornerstone of your city.
So since we're there, I wasn't gonna bring this up, but now that we're there, there's the rumor mill is buzzing. As we know, the NBA has designs on returning a team to Seattle and putting a team in Las Vegas.
in Vegas.
However,
Oh, I like that.
there is a groundswell amongst the 30 owners that they do not really want to expand because of the new TV deal, and it dilutes their revenue share and will make the salary cap lower if they add 2 teams. So, Memphis and New Orleans are under consideration for relocation. That's a rumor.
I think
So I'm gonna, I gotta say, allegedly,
allegedly.
this is what is being discussed
I
behind
think
the
it's a
scenes.
great idea.
Let me
Memphis
say
needs to
this.
move.
Let me
They need
say
to
this.
move.
Memphis and New Orleans are being
I was
considered.
just in Vegas, and they have already broken ground
On the arena. Yep.
on the baseball arena.
On the baseball field. Yep.
Right there on Tropicana Boulevard. It's right on the corner. Right diagonally across from New York, New York. They are
Down the block
already-
from where Tupac got shot.
Yep. And it's
Yeah.
only a matter of time. The owners can say whatever they want. It's only a matter of time.
It's gonna happen.
They're gonna put an NBA team there. They can scream, cry,
Oh no,
whatever they want.
the owners are for it, but they'd rather relocate those 2 teams rather than bring in 2 brand new
LeBron
teams.
James.
That's what they're saying.
Right.
You
LeBron
know he's
be
gonna
an
get
owner.
one. You know he's gonna get one, right?
LeBron gonna be a player
They-
before he beats on.
And George is with it. He says dump Memphis and New Orleans, swap to Vegas and Seattle.
Word.
They not gonna do
Word.
that.
I'm telling y'all, Memphis
LeBron
is a
gonna play.
horrible
LeBron gonna play in that
location.
Vegas. LeBron gonna play in that Vegas uniform before he becomes an owner. Believe that.
Really. But they're not gonna do what
They
Bishop
can't wait
is
till
saying.
LeBron turned 45.
They're not going to relocate. They are going to put an expansion team in Vegas with a new ownership group. They are
And
not going to drop
LeBron
those teams
James
out.
gonna put on a Las Vegas uniform.
Well,
But
they
wait,
might
what
or they
was the
might not
team that
because
they
remember
wanted?
the league has been known to force owners to sell teams. So if they can get an ownership group that will go to Vegas and say we'll buy the New Orleans Pelicans and move them, Adam Silver could force things that way as well.
But isn't that what they wanted to do in Minnesota? Remember that whole situation, that ordeal with that lady that she was supposed to get them to go to Vegas, but they didn't want to go to Vegas.
With Dallas, they wanted
Oh,
to.
Dallas.
It was Dallas. Yes.
Right, but
Okay.
the
And
city
the
of
NBA stopped them.
the NBA stopped
Then-
it, and the city of Dallas stopped it because they were like, no. We have stake in this team. You can't
But
move.
you want to know why they wanted to leave? Because they wanted to build a new arena with a casino, and Dallas
said you can't. They
Yeah,
said you can
that's
build
what
the
they
arena,
wanted
but you
because-
cannot put a casino in it.
Correct.
And that's
'cause that
why
was
they got rid
because
of
the
Luka
new
Doncic.
owner. Yeah, and that's why they got rid of Luca.
And Nico took the bullet for it.
And took the bullet. And meanwhile, he can't do nothing unless ownership sign off on it. I think that
Ownership
was
told
so
him to
wrong
do
of
it.
him. Huh?
I felt
Sold
so
him
bad
out.
for him. I said,
Sold
they
him
sold
out.
him out. I'm like, I was mad. I said
Took
they
him
fired this man
outside,
after they
laid
told
on the
him
floor and drove
to
the
trade
bus
Luka.
over him.
Sold him out. Yo,
They
I think
backed that
Nico-
bus
I
that
think
Willie
Nico-
drive over him.
I think Nico knew he was going to get fired when he
They-
did.
they-
He did,
they-
I think he knew it too. He just took the dirty work.
They
That's all
backed
right.
up one of those
That's all right.
accordion
They got-
buses
that's
over
all right.
him.
That's all right. They had to line them pockets up too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he
the
getting that
buy-
Yeah,
money.
he's
still getting that
had to
money,
buy
of
him out.
course.
But they did him dirty because they did all of that. They leaked the meeting where they were gonna fire him before they actually had it. Like they just did him dirty. And I'm not a
Let's
Nico
think- but
Harrison
let's
fan,
think about something,
but
too.
they did that man
Those trades,
dirty.
those trades he made before the Luka Doncic trade got them over
George
to the
said,
NBA
"God."
Finals.
Of course, you said, "God bless Nico." You got Luka. You daggone Laker fan.
Listen,
It was embarrassing though. The world freaking clowned him, and then look,
And he had, and the bad part
Got
is he
rid
had
of
to
him.
take it. He was vilified. Like they said he was like leaving games early in Dallas because he didn't want to have to deal with fans
Yes.
after the game. Like it was
Yes.
so bad. He had to take
was
all of
so
that,
bad.
and then you turned around and fired him for
And fired
following
him.
your orders.
But hey, you can't fire yourself.
you sure can't.
You can't
I mean-
fire yourself. You the owner. You can't fire yourself.
Can't fire. I mean, you know, I mean, I look
know
at
what you're
Nico.
saying, but you get what I'm
no,
saying.
you're absolutely right. I'm just thinking
Somebody
like
got to take the fall.
I don't know if I was
He
Nico.
did.
If I was
Like you
Nico,
said,
I might have quit.
Hey Mac, the head snake is not gonna bite himself.
Nope, that's true.
He'll bite.
And that's exactly what happened. But allegedly, what I've just
Embarrassment.
explained is in the rumor mill right now that New Orleans and Memphis are on the chopping block.
I'm glad.
Which would make sense because honestly, both Memphis and New Orleans have no business being in the Western Conference, but that's another conversation.
I
Seattle is a
always
great
wondered
basketball
that.
city.
They
Why
have
are they in the Western
they have no
Conference?
business in the Western
They're in the
Conference.
South. Both of them in the South.
But
But they
the
should be the
NBA
Eastern
has never
Conference.
the NBA has not gone to true realignment. Like they considered it, but again, it was one of those things where it was just like, nah, we're not going to do it.
Remember, for years in the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons were in the NFC West,
Yeah, and the Arizona Cardinals were in the NFC East.
and they were the NFC
The St.
East,
Louis
and
Cardinals.
the Colts,
Right, but
were
right as
in
the
the
St. Louis Cardinals, and
AFC
then
St.
East.
even after they
Louis.
went to Arizona, remember they didn't move them initially; they left
Right.
them in the NFC East.
Right.
I'm like, this team is in freaking Phoenix. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
and don't forget the Indianapolis Colts used to be in the AFC East.
That is correct.
They used to be in that division, and they're in the Midwest.
So
That's right.
so sports has had a lot of weird stuff. I'm interested
Yes.
to see what Rob Manfred does in baseball because there is talk that realignment could come in the next 2 years to where we will finally see the Mets and the Yankees in the same division.
You might as well. They've been experimenting with the Subway Series all these years. You
Whew.
just throw them in the same
I
division.
mean, yeah, and we talked about that earlier. How now we with this balanced schedule, how that's ruined baseball as well. Because and we talked about it leading into the playoffs. How remember back in the days when they had the unbalanced schedule in September, the AL East was playing the AL East, the NL East was playing the NL East in September because we were seeing who was going to win those divisions. And now this year, the Yankees played nobody in the AL East in September.
Yeah,
What fun is
because
that?
you got all the wild
You got all
cards
the
now.
wild cards, and you've got this balanced schedule where everybody plays the same teams the exact amount of time, the exact
I
same
think
amount
that
of times,
I think they got
regardless
it right
of.
because the Mets always find a way to lose to the Marlins, so they don't win the division or get into the playoffs. So I think they still got it right.
It's either the
They got that. They
Marlins
got that
Go
series
Marlins.
right.
it's either the
They got that
Marlins or
series right. Go Marlins.
Atlanta.
Or the Braves. Or
Yep.
the Braves. The Marlins and the Braves
Braves,
own the Mets
Marlins
in
and the Braves,
September.
they gonna knock the Mets out on the last day. You
On
can
the
count
Mets.
on it.
On the Mets in September.
And
Listen,
that's true. In
we
September,
be
those two
rooting
teams
for
own the Mets.
we be rooting for the Marlins because that's free parking all winter.
You ain't got to worry going into the depot. Ain't nobody gonna be at City
I ain't got to
Field.
worry about going to the depot. I ain't worry about playoff baseball.
That's funny. That's right. You can just you ain't gotta worry about no long traffic to get on the pulling line. That's it.
Bro, the one year I told everybody the Mets going to the World Series, y'all. They have all the pitching in the world. Then no, you lying, bro. We couldn't even get into the depot. I stayed home. Those 3 games they hit with City Field, I stayed home. I was like, yo, I'm not coming to work for what? I'll wait
Ooh, the Knicks
till this
play
is
Dallas
over.
tomorrow.
Yes, the Knicks are in Dallas tomorrow night. Which again, weirdly, usually that's
Good
an
game here
8:30
on Coast
tip
to
off.
Coast
It's a
Tuesday. Good game
9:30
here.
tip off tomorrow night.
95. Good game here on
What the
Channel
heck
4,
is up
95,
with these
93. San
times?
Antonio Spurs.
The NBA is trying to maximize the eyeballs on their games because of this TV deal. So
Is it working?
if you notice, like most
No.
Madison, if you notice, most games at Madison Square Garden in previous seasons generally used to start at 7 p.m. Everything's been pushed back to 7:30 this year.
Oh,
The Knicks have played 2 games on Sunday. Traditionally, Sunday Knicks games are in the middle of the afternoon. They've been in the evening. They're trying to maximize eyeballs.
Oh my gosh, it's
and
so
Coast to
freaking
Coast is doing a
annoying.
really
I swear.
good job. I must say,
Listen,
this
NBC is
TV
on
coverage
it.
is really
Listen,
good.
NBC is on it. They're doing a masterful job, and I'm glad that they got the NBA
Yeah.
back. And I'm definitely excited to see what they continue to do with the
Dun,
NBA
dun,
on
dun,
NBC.
dun, dun, dun.
But
John Tesh.
yep,
Dun, dun.
yep. Round Ball Rock, one of the greatest pieces of music ever written.
That's right, John Tesh, baby.
But it's 10:09. We've had a great 2-hour show on today. Want to thank.
Dang, I was on here for 2 hours.
Yes, you was on here for 2 hours.
Hey, did y'all see what they said to Draymond, the fan?
I didn't even want to bring that nonsense up. Draymond's a punk.
No, Keisha.
Draymond's a punk.
The fan called him Angel Reese.
He did. He did. And Draymond was like, "Hey," he was like, "It was a funny joke the first time, but you kept calling me by a woman's name." Draymond was upset.
I wonder why he called him.
Draymond
that.
was angry. That man called him Angel
Listen,
Reese.
this is when you are on the island of irrelevancy. Draymond Green is not a fixture in the NBA anymore. He's now a pawn, just moving
He's a
around the chessboard.
podcaster now.
That's
Yeah,
it.
he might as well. He might as well just transition. They already gave him a
Draymond,
Just
warning.
Draymond's a
retire already.
podcaster.
They
Just
already
retire
gave him
already.
a
Everybody on
warning.
Golden State got old bones. They ain't going nowhere. They just
They
show right.
already they gave Draymond the NBA gave Draymond a warning because of whatever he did to that fan. I only brought it up because he called that fan called him Adrian Reese. I was crying, but
He
yeah,
was going
I
to the
think
Listen,
it's
I,
stands.
funny.
I
Talking to
thought it was very
people like
funny.
that. He was
I
wild
thought
going.
I thought it was very funny.
And Draymond's reaction after the game, they were like, "Well, what did the fan say to you?" He said, "He called me a woman."
Actually, he called him Angel Reese.
Yeah, but I was talking about Draymond's reaction. Draymond was like, "He called me a woman."
And I was thinking about you, Keith. You know I was.
Yeah, that's what Keisha's over here laughing about. She's like, he called him Draymond
For,
Angel Reese.
yeah, Mr. Because she a triple single, too.
Oh God.
Nah, Angel
She
Reese is
actually
double.
having a
Angel Reese is a
She's
double
She's
machine.
actually, her
Right,
numbers are actually better than Draymond.
At this point in her career, right?
That's Lonzo.
Angel Reese is a double
Nah,
machine.
still, the triple single is Lonzo Ball.
Oh yeah, I'm
He
so
invented the triple-
disappointed.
He
has
he invented the triple single, Lonzo Ball.
he has not translated in Cleveland like I thought he would.
Yeah, we were saying we missed
Too
out
many
on
guards.
it.
It's many guards there. It's too many guards.
Too many pieces.
No, just too many guards. They don't have too many pieces. They
Too many
do have too
guards
many
there.
guards though.
He has to go somewhere where him being a big guard is
You
beneficial.
wasn't he supposed to go to the Knicks?
He should have came to 33rd and 7th.
The Knicks were thinking about trying to
right.
get him.
I
and then
was
Cleveland
thinking
got
that y'all was gonna get him.
He should have
Yeah.
came to 33rd and 7th.
Yeah.
Go to Brooklyn. Go some place where they need
That
you.
would have been a
him, but we
perfect
thought we
piece.
were gonna have Malcolm Brogdon.
Malcolm Brogdon. Yep.
That's why we didn't go after him. Then
That
Malcolm
was gonna
Brogdon,
be
2
a
days before the
perfect
season
piece.
opener, he
Decides to
retired.
retire.
He held on to a
Well,
roster spot.
he's on a non-guaranteed contract anyway. They could trade him.
Yeah, but he was on. He held a roster spot. He knew he wasn't going. He knew he wasn't going to play.
Well, Lonzo's
he
on a
did the Knicks
non-guaranteed
dirty on
contract
him.
anyway, so they could move him if they need to move him.
Wow,
Yeah.
so that's how y'all end up not
They're
getting
not
him?
gonna move him to the
Yes.
Knicks though. They're not gonna move him to the Knicks.
That's how we ended up not getting Russell,
No,
making an
absolutely
offer
not.
for Russell
Move him
Westbrook.
to Brooklyn. We'll take him. Moving to Brooklyn.
We
We'll
couldn't
take
even
him.
move. We could have made a move for Russell Westbrook because he held on
Yeah,
to that spot.
Brogdon held that roster spot
The
until
King signed him.
the last day of the training camp, and on that same day, the Kings signed Russell Westbrook,
Yes. Yep.
And he's
who is
balling.
now starting in Sacramento
And
Yeah.
it's killing it out there.
alongside Precious Achiuwa.
Balling.
Yeah, Precious is doing his thing out there.
I just wanted to see Keisha's.
She loved Precious.
She
They
loved
need to do-
Precious.
I
She
love me
loves
some Precious. I told y'all I'm getting his jersey from the Knicks. I love him.
Miami
He was
cut him.
If you
Miami
can
cut him.
find one.
I was surprised because when he went back, I said that to Keisha the moment I found out, like, hey, your boy's back in Miami. And then a week later, Pat Riley cut him. I said, oh, shoot.
Cut
And-
him.
Yo, did y'all see that video where the fan is in Oakland and Jimmy Butler is on the phone and the fan is cursing him out because he didn't cover the parlay?
No, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
I should have put it up in
But
the
I
group.
told y'all all the
You-
time, these players know what to do and what not to do when that point spread.
The
When those
dude
point
told
spreads
him-
and those parlays come out.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yo,
know what to
Willie,
do.
the guy told him, you know your work for Vegas. You know your work for Vegas.
I put up a video. I think I put up a video on my Facebook page where I was watching a South Carolina football game. Gamecocks was playing somebody, and the guy just ran past the defender, and the guy put his hands up and didn't even try to tackle him. I said, "Yo, what is this?" I said, "They watching the point spreads. How many yards this guy's gonna get? This, that, and the." I said, "Yo, this is rigged."
Prop bets are a
It's
big
rigged.
deal. Did you hear about the
It's rigged.
Cleveland Guardians closer, Emmanuel Clase?
Oh yeah, they got
Yeah,
him.
he
Yeah.
tipping pitches and all that. I'm gonna throw
Dude
this
was
in the dirt
throwing the
for
ball
2,500
5 feet away
225,000.
outside of the
The
plate.
prop because the prop bet was this. The prop bet was that the first when he comes into a game, his first pitch will be a ball or a strike. These guys was placing big money on him throwing a first pitch ball, and so he would get the call like, okay, yeah, I'm throwing a first pitch ball. He would spike the first pitch
In the
every
dirt.
time. And
Every time.
one night a guy put $4,000 on it
Right. And one.
and won big.
And that's what the guy told
That's
Jimmy
when
Butler. He said, I put he told Jimmy Butler, I put $3,000 down on you. I put $3,000 down on that parlay. Yo, he was
And Jimmy
was pissed with Jimmy
said, "That's
Butler. Jimmy
$3
Butler was
to me,
walking
you
in the
dumb."
street, downtown Oakland.
Yo, this gambling is getting to be
It's
extreme.
out of hand,
But remember, I said
and it
this a
shows
while
why
ago.
When David Stern was alive, remember David Stern was like, I'm never gonna allow it. David
Yeah.
Stern was like, he was never going to allow it.
Yeah.
But
And if he had been alive,
D-Lo,
it would have never been allowed.
I think I said this a while ago on my post, and I said all these gambling apps and everything. I said, yo, y'all pay very close attention to that. I don't understand how that is just like a thing.
What do you mean?
Cause they was talking about how some of the NBA gambling is on those sites. Like they use those sites as like a what's the word I'm trying to say? It's like a instead of it's kind of okay. I gotta use street talk. It's like a drug
It's a
dealer.
front.
When a
It's the
drug
front.
dealer,
It's a
yeah,
front.
and when a drug dealer want to make clean money, he go through the daycare, right? He go through the
He
daycare,
Yeah.
washed
or
money
he
money
goes
laundering. He
laundering.
through.
washed
Money
the
laundering.
money. He washed the money. He
Money
washed
laundering.
Money
money
laundering.
washing.
Yeah, correct. Well, I
Yeah.
call it clean money. When you want
Yeah.
clean
He
money, you don't
washed it.
want
Yeah.
dirty. Yeah,
This
correct.
this
You
how
go
this
through the
how you
daycare.
rinse. This how you rinse it.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying.
Spin
So
cycle.
that's it. That's exactly. I had to use street talk a little bit to understand. I'm sorry. I couldn't
No, no,
really.
you good, you good, you
And
good.
so that's what
Hustle's
I'm saying. I
mentality. That's
just
how
feel
you
like
rinse
that's
it.
what some of. I feel like that's what some of these gambling sites are for.
Absolutely.
That's what I've
Absolutely.
been saying. I've been talking about that. I was like, yo, these gambling sites is definitely clean money.
Listen.
Washing.
Absolutely. When you got now parlays are this big of a deal, parlay bets are this big of a deal, you can't stop money laundering. You can't stop it. How you gonna stop the parlay? They caught him.
This is what did it, because remember, it's not the days of the mafia back in the days. Stuff like the Black Sox scandal is never going to happen again,
Right.
where you got whole teams fixing games. You're not going to have that anymore.
Right.
You're never going to see it. But with these parlays, you can control an individual player.
Yes.
Yes.
You
D-Lo.
get one
Yes.
person on the payroll.
That's it,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
what's happening.
And it's hard to prove. If you spread it out, you can get away with it.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Let me get
Or
something on
you
one of
only
these
need to do it
Nets
one
players,
time.
You bet.
so I could.
You only need to do
I
it one
need
time.
you to do. Hey, somebody get me MPJ's number.
One time, Bishop McCann.
Yo, it was like when Buster Douglas got knocked out by Holyfield. Listen, he took one swing, Holyfield ducked, hit him on the chin,
And he laid
fell
down.
out.
And he laid down.
And then while he was laying down, go back and watch it. He goes just like this. Checks his glove for blood, lays back down. I promise you, Buster Douglas did that.
He took a dive. He definitely took a dive.
He takes
It
his
was
glove,
rigged.
checks his glove for blood, looks at it, lays back down.
It was rigged.
The money
Come
on
on.
Holy go back. There are articles on it. Go read
Holyfield Buster?
the amount of money that was made put on Holyfield for that night.
Holyfield Buster Douglas?
That was
Absolutely.
It was absolutely rigged. Absolutely rigged.
And Tyson
Absolutely.
Buster was
I would never
definitely
have knew
rigged.
that. Never had knew that.
Tyson Buster Douglas
First-
was definitely rigged.
Firstly, Buster lost that fight
Buster lost the fight. He lost.
because Tyson that slow count, because in real time Buster was actually knocked out.
And it was like 14 seconds they gave him to get back up.
Yep.
14, 15 seconds they gave him to
So
get back up.
Tyson really won that fight.
Even though he didn't train for it, and even though he was still lovesick
Victor
over
said,
Robin
"Let me
Givens,
find out Keisha flipping birds."
he was.
I did not want to get so detailed because I knew somebody was gonna say, "Yo, how does Keisha know this information?" I don't want to get into detail, but just know,
What happened?
back
Keisha,
in
you
the
are from Long Island. You don't know nothing about this stuff.
just
Bishop.
Harrison Barnes. Oh
Don't
my
sleep on Long
goodness.
Island now.
Come on.
Hempstead. be
Well, yeah,
doing it.
Hempstead is Little Brooklyn. So
And
that's
I
listen,
knew somebody was gonna say that.
Harrison
Don't worry
Barnes.
about it.
Bishop D'Lo out by me.
Hempstead,
cooking.
Wine
Out by me.
Dance. Like
Yeah,
those are some
they don't
wild
call
places.
it wine dance. They call it crime dance.
Lord.
Don't worry
That-
about me.
Yeah, it's rough. That's true.
They call it
that's
Don't
true.
worry.
They call it crime dance.
That's
Don't
absolutely
worry about me. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
They call it
This-
the dance.
I'm signing off now because I knew somebody was going to ask that
You might as
question.
well stay. Just go ahead and stay. They
Don't
already
worry
we
about
about
me.
to, it's already out there now. You know, you might as
It's
well stick
already
around.
out there.
It's out there.
Don't worry about me.
It's out there.
You sound like Steph Curry. Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about me. Nah.
Also,
much
Steph
information.
Curry and Under Armour have parted ways.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, I seen that.
Steph Curry and Under Armour have parted ways.
I wonder why.
Huh.
It-
$780
What money he
million
need, Bishop?
from Nike. That's
Bishop, what money does he need?
What is it? What is this about need?
Can you ever have enough money?
It's a great question.
I'm just asking you, Keish. I need some help. Help me.
I
Can
need
you ever
help
have
too.
enough?
Shoot, you got 20? The freak.
I'm just saying.
You want my Zell?
Said Carter pushing the weight at the Carter.
Oh, see, come on.
We gonna start calling.
talking
We
too
gonna start
much,
calling you Nino
man.
Carter.
You're
Nino,
talking too much.
these guys gotta get paid.
Hey,
Nino, Nino Carter.
This is talking too much.
Whatever you
He
say,
was
Nino.
like, they was like, the Carter? He said, yeah, we taking over the Carter.
Carter.
We taking over the Carter.
Don't worry about me.
That's what Steph said. I'm a BI. Don't worry about me.
And I've been all right. I've been all right, Bishop.
I bet you out here flipping birds.
I meant
Oh, man, D-Lo, come on.
I love
man.
you, little sister.
Oh, my God.
I love you, little
Bishop,
sister. Give me a hug.
who?
Give me a hug.
no.
It ain't me.
Bishop McCann, who told you to drop your offering and leave?
Oh Lord, now you want to go to church?
Wait,
Cause
Sunday night?
yes.
Do you
You
see
was
what
there?
time it was? Yeah, she was there Sunday night.
D-Lo,
was there
shut
Sunday
up.
night?
Did you see what time it was?
I was, and me and Butler was sitting there like, oh, we about to get a picture, and all of a sudden we looked, and Bishop McCann was Chuck Deuce.
Keisha, let me put it in perspective.
Willie,
for
let
you.
me, yeah.
I left Brooklyn at 2:15. No, 2:30 Sunday
I
afternoon.
know we was taught.
Right. Because I didn't talk to you no more after this. By the time I was walking into my house when she was getting up to preach,
She was.
I was there when she preached.
I drove. With the point, I drove 6+ hours before they put the preacher up for a service that was supposed to start at 5.
Keisha, this is my point. The service was supposed to start at 5, Willie.
6.
I got there at 7. They were just reading the bishop's letter at 7 o'clock.
Oh, praise and worship started at 6:20. Cause I was checking on my phone as I was driving home.
But can I just explain? When they got up there and started honoring those women who got cancer,
Right.
we could not move forward. That spirit, it was thick.
That's
I saw
fine.
it. I
But
was
that's
there.
but
I
that's
was
why
sitting
you
the
start
back
on
row
time.
Next to Bishop Whitaker. We was on the back row.
And that Keisha, you know we all for that. But that's why you start on time. Because you know you got to do all of this.
That's right.
That's why you start on time. I'm
Well,
just saying.
Willie, be
Bishop-
quiet. We do
Listen,
the same thing.
convocation was amazing. Every service I was in was fantastic. God moved. Karn was even good, and I don't particularly care for him, as a preacher, but and he was even pretty good. Why are you looking? I don't.
I would love to
Bishop,
have this offline conversation.
Bishop
I don't.
D'Lo,
I don't
Lo-
particularly care for him.
Bishop D'Lo.
I love
Yes.
I
y'all.
can promise you on
I love
December
y'all.
6th.
New York
Love you too,
I'm
bro.
starting. I'm
busting balls
starting
in the
on
morning.
time December 6th.
I know you are. I ain't worried about
Because I know
that.
you got a 6 o'clock engagement.
Yes, I got.
You're
I got
gonna
to
be
preach
on
at
time
6.
for it.
Yes, I will be on time for that.
I'm gonna make sure my brother is out and get time to rest and eat and stretch his legs and relax with his wife. I'm gonna make sure. I can
Yes, because I
promise
got to
you.
preach that night. Yes,
I can promise you
Where
have
you
time
preaching
in
at?
between.
I'm preaching in Brooklyn.
At where?
What is the name of Charles Thomas'
Keith, you better
church?
come to my service.
Uh-oh.
No, because you like to leave and dip and don't speak.
He's being
Wait a minute.
enthroned as a presiding bishop. You about to get beat up, Keisha. You about to get beat up. Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
even.
care about
I'm
you
not even.
lifting your 10 pounds every day. I'm sitting here,
Excuse me, what
sitting.
you said? What you said?
Oh Jesus.
Really, Keisha?
D,
Wow.
because of D-Lo. It's no,
Wow,
Bishop
Cause of
Keith.
McCann, you know I love
D-Lo.
you.
What I got to do with what you just
You
said? Hey,
came for
Bishop,
me like that?
no, Bishop McCann, I take that back. I do. You know I don't take nothing back, but I take that back. I take it back.
I'm about to say what I got to do with you taking
It was
shots at Bishop
D-Lo. He
McKinn's.
triggered me.
I triggered you. How did I trigger you? I triggered
D-Lo
you because I
triggered
said
me.
I don't
D-Lo, don't worry,
particularly care for
Bishop
Brian
D-Lo, I'm
Carr.
not even listening to her. I know that ain't true. She said it because she wanted to.
No,
Mess and foolishness. Mess and foolishness.
D-Lo
You
triggered
better
me.
be here on December 6th.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
You
Is it?
better be there for
Yeah.
my enthronement. I didn't even tell you come to convocation for the whole week. I only got 3 days, 2 days of convocation and then enthronement. But
No, I'll
as long
come.
as you here for enthronement.
Yeah, I'll come. I couldn't believe him. I was like, no, he didn't just roll up in there and give his little offering and they had the nerve to leave.
No, hold up. I didn't leave after offering.
Oh,
I
me
stayed
and
for the
Butler thought you left.
no, I stayed for the sermon. I was there for the sermon. I left midway the sermon.
Oh, you was a D-Lo. Oh.
What are you talking? I didn't leave in the middle of no sermon.
Yo, she making accusations up in here
Car-
tonight. I'm
no,
telling you.
she talking now because I text her. Cardinal had winded down, and I said, I'm about to get out of here.
We both left, actually.
And she left when I did. In fact, I was still sitting on the corner of my car when she peeled off.
I was out of
So,
there.
She
so
only
I
got
I
was
don't
20
want to
hungry.
hear
minutes.
that
Listen,
nonsense.
she
I
right
was
there.
hungry.
She was right there in Springfield Gardens. It only took her 20 minutes to get home, okay? Who she thinks she fooling?
Right.
It took
Now,
me 30,
tell me,
but whatever.
what?
Took me 30.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'm 10 minutes off. Ooh. I'm 10 minutes off, Bishop D-Lo. Ooh.
Right. 10 minutes.
30 minutes to get home from Springfield Gardens. Get out of
I'll
here.
be there to support my brothers.
Thank you.
You welcome. And I'll be on time.
Please
And
be
I'm
on
going to start
time.
on time. I guarantee you 11 o'clock we start in praise and worship.
And we out of here.
11:15, 11:20 we processing in.
Okay. I like that. My kind of service.
Oh, listen.
Bishop
My,
McCants is Baptist, so we ain't worried about that.
Oh, I'm not worrying about
Bishop
that.
McCants is Baptist.
Oh, they
So
start on
we,
time. They're gonna do what they need to
that's what
do.
when he said. I said, I'm not worried.
Oh,
My brother is Baptist. We gonna be
they
on time.
follow protocol.
Services, we gonna have the
Ooh.
Holy Spirit. God gonna move, and we gonna get out at a decent hour. I'm
they gonna get
good.
out of
Oh, they
that's
follow
happened
I'm
about
protocol.
good.
when I did Cynthia's service, her appointment.
Mm,
We started praise and worship 11:15, 11:20. By 1:45, 2 o'clock, we were done.
that's all you can ask for.
That's
People
all I
still
need
got
to
to go
know.
do their Saturday laundry.
That's all I need to know. As soon as D-Lo said Baptist, that was it for me. I get it.
Oh, we're gonna start on time because I want people to know when I invest, when they invest in Emmaus, that we're thinking about their time. That's me as the
Oh, well,
presiding
that's
bishop.
appreciative. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. Well, I'll be there.
Good. And we thank y'all for joining us tonight. We appreciate y'all being live with us for this 2.5 hours tonight. A special thanks, of course, to Willie Green, who came and hung out with us tonight. Of course, thanks to Keisha Carter, of course, and
The best to ever do it.
oh God, Th- Thanks to
Angel
Bishop
Keys.
J Mac. Shout out to Victor George Smith. Who else did I see on here?
Bishop
Sam
Heflin.
Jennings, Bishop Heflin. All of you who tuned in, even those who Bishop Butler, who he put in one comment, didn't come on, but I'll yell at him later. But we thank all of you for joining us. We're back at it next Tuesday night. Knicks and Mavericks tomorrow night, 9:30 on MSG for those who will be able to watch that. And until next Tuesday, Orange and Blue Skies, as always. You guys have well, it'll be our pre-Thanksgiving show, so we'll probably only be on for about an hour because all of us will probably be getting ready to start prepping food.
I'll be in Georgia next week, but I'll be in Georgia.
But
Oh, wait, y'all gonna be on Tuesday?
Yeah, we on Tuesday. Yeah,
Oh, I'll probably be on.
we'll be on. Okay, so
Yeah,
on time.
I'll be
On
back.
time, Keisha. On time, Keisha. Yeah, on time.
On time, Angel Keys.
Good
We
night.
didn't even get into Angel Keys. She been doing some sexy stuff online lately.
Oh, I haven't seen any of her stuff lately. I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, she been walking around and
I told you that Victoria's Secret show did it for her.
that's why she coming to New York.
Good night.
That's the way to end the show right there. Y'all have a great night, everybody.
Good
We'll
night,
see you next
everybody.
week.
The church guys. We're live on a podcast. A church guy sports show. Yo, welcome to the show where the faith meets the court. Church guys repping hard, yeah, we live for the sport. From the pulpit to the bleachers, the word we endorse. Dropping dimes, preaching truth, keeping God as the source. We breaking down the play, stats, facts, and the story. Sunday to game day, all for his glory. Talking hoops, talking fields, every touchdown and shot. But we never lose sight of the faith that we got is fellowship, fire. Passion in the zone, church guys sports show. Yeah, you know we at home. Turn the volume up loud, let the good vibes flow. This is more than just a game, it's the way that we grow. The church guys. We're live on the podcast. A church guy sports show. The church guys. We're live on the podcast. A church guy sports show. From the locker room talk to the pews on a Sunday, we call our plays right, kingdom business on Monday. Faith on the field, spirit driving the grind. Every headline we drop got the word intertwined. We repping every team, but the banner is Christ. Breaking huddles with the gospel, yeah, we living it right. From the Knicks to the league, every stat, every score. We gon' praise, analyze, then we give God more. So tune in, locked in, let the truth be shown. Church guy sports show, man, the vibe's full grown. It's the faith in the game and a powerful blend. From the tip off to the buzzer, we gon' ride to the end. The church guys.